What's up, gentlemen?
What is up, sir?
Hey, what's up?
I'm super appreciative of you guys taking the time to do this with me, man. Wow, we got 8 viewers right off bat. That's what's up. That's a
It's,
world record on the channel.
it's an
But
honor and a pleasure.
likewise, man. I definitely appreciate you guys. Two of the most coolest or I'm sorry, I talk comics so much I keep forgetting we're switching it up the cards here. So
It's
two
almost the
of
same.
Oh, it's all good. I brought comics today too, so I'm just blending in, man.
okay. Hey, there we go. But I met you guys both through Instagram and stuff like that, Facebook, card trading groups and all that good stuff. And both you guys, man, you've been talking about cards for a while now. It's definitely cool to finally sit here and see you guys face to face. What's up, Anthony? What's up, Rust? Thanks for joining us. But finally talking to these guys face to face, man. I feel like privileged to be able to sit here and do this with you guys, man. The collections you guys have, I'd say, are legendary. So let's go ahead. Let's get this out of here. Oop, oop, and we'll start with John.
Hey, what's up?
So you guys can find him on Instagram at Marvel Silk Collector. Both of the links of their Instagrams are down in the description below. Be sure to check them out. So yeah, John, how long you been collecting cards, dude?
So I've been collecting cards, I guess, kind of on and off since 1995. I started, like a lot of us did as a kid, just buying a couple packs here and there at a flea market. Basically fell in love with it, made one set, and then afterwards kind of forgot about it for the next couple decades. And then back in 2017, they re-released a new version of that 1995 Spider-Man set, and that's pretty much what got me back into collecting. For now, I kind of collect Silk. I'm not really, like a big Symbiote Venom like collector, Carnage, but honestly, nowadays it's hard to even just like buy anything in the hobby without landing a couple Venoms. So I've put together quite the little symbiote collection.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And I'm very excited to see some of these cards that you got because I definitely don't have any of the replicas. So, Mr. Mike, what is up, brother?
Not much, bro. How about you? Just a little under the weather, but I'll get better.
Right. Well, like I said, man, I definitely appreciate your time. I know you're feeling a little under the weather here, but hopefully we can make you feel good with some sensory overload of Venom trading cards. So
always makes me feel good.
Right? I mean, and John's absolutely right, man. Any collectible Marvel wise, you're going to run into Venom. So, how long have you been collecting cards for?
Well, I'm a little similar in that aspect. I'd say around 95. When I was 10 or 11, I had a couple buddies that, one buddy in general, he kind of got me into Spider-Man. And, Spider-Man wasn't as brutal enough for me, I wanted somebody better. So I got into Venom, and, we go to, Coin and Hobby or little comic stores, and we get comics and we buy little packs of cards. And I mean, I never stopped collecting cards or comics. It was just, just a continual thing. And it was a little bit here and there over, it's almost 25 years now, I think.
All right. Yeah, they have definitely been hand in hand, especially for me too, man. Comics and cards.
And the neat thing is, when I, say 15 years ago, or even when we were real young, it was kind of hard to get Venom stuff. Like I'd have to have a Venom shirt printed, or I'd have to go out of my way to find something. Now with the movies and everything like that, it's a lot easier to get Venom merch,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is absolutely everywhere. And that's the funny thing for me. It's just like John was pointing out, he pretty much focuses on Silk trading cards, or just Silk in general. I've pretty much just been focusing on Venom. And for me personally, guys, I'm not even going to lie. Cards have been in my life literally since I remember this series ever coming out. I want to eventually change it up so you guys will be able to see everything more clear. But this started it for me. I was a little kid, and my sister's father used to bring home boxes of them things. And I remember he used to go through with Q-tips. Or it was a pair of tweezers and like cotton balls, and he would remove like the the holograms, and he was like seriously into
Wow.
cards. I never got into it, but I remember this right here. This is like burned into my memory since I was a child.
I think I have both of those somewhere.
Those
I
actually
still had.
like a fairly big comeback nowadays.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm gonna do this whole video. Is just there's a lot more I'm noticing. Collectors starting to get into they're starting to dip their toes into the trading card game. And I took a couple years break from collecting cards, and by the time I came back, we had serial number cards, we had parallels, we had printing plates, we had sketch cards. It was just like holy shit. And like I said, just like Mike was pointing out, you used to be able to go back to like any like gas station or a little thrift store, or like John was saying, to a flea market. And I remember that being a kid and going to flea markets, and they had comic setups everywhere. It was little mini Comic Cons. And I just lost my train of thought. I gotta shout out my boys real quick. Hold on, Barry right here. He's been one of my longest friends, man, and me and him have always been like collecting cards. And real quick, just to jump into it before I forget, but like I said, by the time I came back to cards, the whole game had changed. So me and Barry used to go to the Jeppy Museum, like pop culture museum here in Baltimore, which RIP, they shut it down. Very unfortunate. But you could walk through this whole museum, and you once you got to like the little register room, they had like a basket just full of random trading card packs from like Rittenhouse and Sci-Fi Lobby and all that stuff. And we just go there and just like pretty much just walk slam through the museum. There was a comic book display. We would always stop there, and that was actually on Comic Book Men. I don't know which episode, but they go to Baltimore to see that, to go see the first appearance of Superman. So we would just walk right through and go buy these cards. So one day it was like, man, let's just get on eBay and just buy ourselves a box. We'll go half and half. And I found a card series, Marvel Universe 2014 trading cards. And it was like, yeah, man, it's like however much money, we'll split it and we buy it. And this is what showed up. I was expecting like at least double this. You know, cards always came in these like bigger boxes. Yeah. So and this showed up.
Sometimes they even put extra packaging in there, and then you get even less packs. You know?
And that's a very, very good point. So one whole pack was just one card. He actually pulled it. It was a Wolverine Shadow box. He pulled it. It was a whole wrapped up pack, and it was just one card.
Wow. So one good thing about the Rittenhouse sets is that typically every box will have a complete base set. So you usually get like the entire base set and just a couple random inserts. But that kind of is a thing. Like whenever they do have like some of those thicker cards, whenever they put them in the actual packs, there's no way you could get this giant card in there and 5 additional ones in like a standard pack. So usually this is like kind of the only card that would come in a pack like that.
So that is a single card. Yes.
2017 one.
Like they don't even make top loaders for this. This isn't a clamshell.
That's incredible. So I'll show something off and just a segue from. Look at that. Those are single cards, ladies and gentlemen. What is that? 5 cards? It looks like
5 cards.
That's 5 cards, and this is the game now, ladies and gentlemen.
And this is what I was talking about, where you can't avoid Venom or Carnage or anything, because I don't even collect the guys, and there's just a bunch of Venom.
I've been trying to get my hands on one of them for a long time. It's just
I kind of want one too.
Carnages.
Go ahead and let's get some close-ups of them if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because these things are interesting. They're relics, and it's apparently like it's got pieces of the symbiote in the card.
Or the web, yeah.
So these are from 2017 Fleer Ultra Spider-Man, and we refer to these as Twizzlers because obviously it looks like there's a chunk of Twizzler in the actual damn card.
It does.
So I've got 2 of the Carnage ones. The Carnage ones are limited to 10. So there's 7 different designs and 10 of each design, so 70 in total. And the Venom ones, I've only got 3 of these. I think there's like 10 of them. And these are limited to being out of 25. But They look just as cool. I really hate when people refer to these as Twizzlers, because when have you ever seen a black Twizzler? This is that nasty ass
It'd be
licorice.
like a black licorice.
Yeah, dude, that is hilarious, though, man. Like, I did not realize that they were that damn thick.
You know, I had never seen one in person before, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend that much money on it or not. You know, because
Right?
they've always been around $100 at least to get.
Yeah, for sure.
I think as of today's date, the Venom ones are around about like $100. The Carnage ones, the last two that I saw sell were at $250 and $600, and I haven't seen any sell in months. So like, they don't even do this anymore.
Any Spider-Man ones? They have those as well.
Yeah, those are like $50. I've got a couple of those sitting in a box, but you know, they look like Q-tips, so I just didn't feel like they were special enough to like bring them out.
I remember when
That's funny.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Spidey, but like, it was just a little lackluster.
Remember when 2017 came out? I was kind of playing the game. I didn't have too much money at the time, so what I do is I go to the comic store, I buy a box, I see what I got, right? And everybody wanted the jambalayas or whatever at that time, and I'm like, fuck, I don't care about these things or the sketch cards. I only want Venom, so I went and I grabbed the shit. And then whatever I didn't want, I'd sell them on eBay. And then I go right back, get another box, try to get what I want. I did that like 4 or 5 times. So now I have a whole bunch of silver webs and just extra cards that, you know, I just got extras of, including some of the ones that I really wanted, you know.
Did you get any of the Venom PMGs? Was that a natural buy?
I didn't get any Venom PMGs in my packs, man. Those were all, I searched for them right after they came out. And when I got my blue, I was like, all right, that's it. I don't think I'm ever going to get anything higher than that. So that became the gem of my collection for a long time.
Right.
Then I was looking around and I was looking for the purple and the green. And I saw somebody was, you know, selling the purple on eBay. And he needed money quick, man. So I was like, all right. He's like, well, I'll sell it to you for $350 or $450. I'm like, all right, Raj. And I bought it, and it's just went up ever since. And it was I never wanted it to sell. You know, I wanted it to keep.
Mm-hmm.
So I still have it.
And that's a very good point. So I'm gonna go ahead and blow your screen up. Do you have that purple PMG that you could show off? And explain to the people the might of your will of which you turned down.
All right. Well,
unless you don't want to, which is fine.
No, I can. I don't have any shame in it. I mean, I can always probably sell it later if I really wanted to. But yeah, somebody offered me $10,000 for it. I've seen it's going. You know. Well, with me, loyalty is a big thing, and I really like my Venom cards, man. And if it's something that makes me happy, unless I really, really have to get rid of it, I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm not going to part with it. And that's the same thing with my friends and people that I love. I'm going to do what I do to take care of them. And, you know.
Hell yeah.
So
salute. And what number is that?
That is 3 of 5, I believe. It's
only 5 of these purple precious metal gems in existence.
Yep.
$10,000. That is fucking magnificent. And that is truly, that's a grail card. And I have noticed since coming back in, well, I'd say maybe the past couple years, PMGs have they're the fucking holy grails of everything.
Well, for me, it's just metal and Venom, man. That's my life.
I personally, I just think they're fucking beautiful. And I managed to get a few, luckily. I actually, you know what? Correct me if I'm wrong, John. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think an Anti-Venom may have came from me.
Yes, sir.
That would be it.
And I am forever grateful for this, because I've recently seen prices of some of these posted, and it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And this is a card that I'm not interested in selling. It's something I'd like to keep. It's 14 of 9. It's hard to see, but eventually I'm going to switch everything so everybody can see stuff clear. But they got these little numbers. If you open a modern pack of cards and you see them numbers on the back, you got something good.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny because I think when I sold that to you, nowadays everyone would be like, "Oh my god, that's like the most steal price ever." At the time, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so overcharging this guy like way too much. I paid like $3 for this card."
How much did
Dude.
you buy it for?
It was very
reasonable.
it was so fucking reasonable. Like I almost want to say like $20 or something
No
and shipping.
shit. Wow.
It was
I think it was like
reasonable.
25, 30-ish.
You know, there was a
Yeah.
time where you could get these
Whatever
for
the price
relatively
was, yeah. And I missed out on that. And whatever the
Oh,
price
I-
was that
I
he
ate
offered
it
me
up,
was
dude.
like,
I ate it up at that time. I saw him and I'm like, grab him. You'll see.
well, that's what I'm saying. When he offered me that price, I was like, done. What's your PayPal? But this
Like, damn,
kind of tricked me. Speaking of what are the jambalayas or whatever? So this is from my deck. I saw this on eBay a while back when I started getting back into the cards. You can't see shit, but it's a fucking metal. It's a dog tag. It's
I like that. That's cool. I think I've seen that
Agent
around,
Venom
but I never.
dog tag.
I love Agent Venom, man.
I actually forget what the name of that set is, but like every single one of the card like
Marvel
things
Dossier.
came with the dog tag. Yeah, Marvel Dossier. So there should be a
Actually-
regular and a foil version of a card that came along with this as well.
I actually
See,
got
now-
that's the same artwork, I think.
Hold on, Mike. Yep. Hell yeah,
that
Mike.
is the same artwork for what the 2015 retro PMG, I
I
think.
think it's 15. Let me see. Yep, it's 15. Yep. It's just the normal base metal card. I mean, I think it was a subset within that set.
All right, here we go. That's this right here.
Yep, that's it.
Come on, Mike. Now, isn't there
So now I'm gonna be the odd one out without the Venom metal retro card. All right.
is there
I mean, it's-
PMGs of this that exist?
Yeah, there
I
is.
feel like there is.
Okay, so for that one, there's 4 different types of PMGs. You have your red to, I think, 100 that year. The blues were to 50. The greens were to 10, and there is a gold 1 of 1. The guy that actually owns the 1 of 1 is on Instagram.
Really? The Agent
Wow.
Venom one?
Yeah,
I need
that
to go
one
put a
that you
like
guys
on
should-
that.
I
need
know
to
a
go put
guy
like
that
on
has the. What's that?
Full Metal Gems. I said I need to go put a like on that post. These like I said, he asked me if I wanted this. He offered me a terrific price. I bought it immediately, and then actually getting it in hand and looking at it, it's like, this thing is fucking beautiful, and it's actual cover art for Anti-Venom. New Ways to Live, if you want.
I think I have New Ways to Live on my wall downstairs, or
Hell yeah! Whoops.
it's in a stack downstairs because I've been putting comics up on the walls and things like that. So
So hey, I just saw a comment go by that said something like, "I can't believe all of the cards from when we were kids are worth so much." I hate to break it to you, man, but 99.9% of the cards you had as kids still aren't worth anything today. Like, there are very few,
they might be worth something
exceptions
to you,
that.
you know.
Yeah, the sentimental
Yeah.
value. Don't get me wrong. Like,
Yes.
yeah, like so much value
Tons
there,
of that.
but like monetary value, like a lot of these cards you see selling for, like several $100s are actually 10-cent cards that someone just managed to find like a perfectly centered, well-graded version.
Now, grading is something I've never really gotten into. My buddy Barry actually gave me a graded card a while ago, and I held onto it for the longest time. I think it was I want to say PSA graded 10, and it just didn't fit anywhere. I just reached out into these cases. So what I'm basically doing is I'm setting this up so you guys can. I'm gonna start flashing off a whole bunch of fucking cards, and we're just gonna keep talking about this stuff. But
You want me to match you?
I guess while
There
we're
you
on,
go.
yeah, man,
All
yeah, man.
right, so
So
here's my.
I'm missing all kinds of comments, and I'm sorry about that. But real quick, I want to shout out, what's up, Sketch Card Hive? Thanks for stopping by, man. Full Metal Gems, thank you for stopping by. Anthony, the hunt is the best part. Yeah, to an extent, but once you get to the end of that hunt, it's like $10,000. It's like, oh, son of a bitch.
No loyalty.
I've actually got a solution for that. Whenever you do get towards the end and you're like me and you start, you collect like pretty much everything, and then the cards that you're missing like are just like years between. You just don't see anything again. Just do it all again. Go for round 2. Go for round 3. Like,
Hey, as
Look
long
at
as
that.
it's fun, you know.
Look at that. Hold them a little bit closer to the camera, John. Those were the green PMGs.
oh
The
yeah.
silk.
Oh, I wish I had
Look
some
at that.
greens.
Yeah, I do not have any greens. But this card right here, oh, I got it upside down. It gets me. This is the foil parallel for Marvel Masterpieces. I forget the year right off the top of my
I
head,
like
but
that. I think I have
I
a
had
base of
I had a
that.
graded 10
2007,
base.
2008.
Yeah, I had a graded 10 base that my buddy gave me, and after years of just lugging it around, and I had a card binder and a box full of like, I didn't have these cases. I had the normal top loaders. There you go. Look at that. Hell yeah, matching it up, baby. But I eventually gave it away in a giveaway or something like that, and now I regret it because it was a PSA, which I believe they're the top dogs, and it was a fucking 10. Like,
Oh,
damn, I should have held on to that.
the one you just showed, right? Was
Yeah,
it a
it was
base or
the
was it a
it
shiny?
was it was a base. If it would have been a shiny, I think I would have held on to it because I fucking love shiny cards.
See,
I
you know,
got these both a while ago.
the PSA stuff. I don't like the look. It looks like, to me, it just looks like they're grading it with a Circuit City tag on it. Like I'm looking at a what do you call it, a price tag, you know. I mean, that's kind of what it is, but
The flip at the top with all the branding and stuff.
yeah, see, I don't
Yeah,
like that.
I think that looks pretty clean. I like the Beckett. I don't know anything
like the
about
Beckett,
Beckett,
too.
but I've seen them. They look really clean.
I mean,
But
so
really,
graded cards are kind of like, I guess, the big thing nowadays that will differentiate between a card being worth 10 cents and $500 on occasion. A lot of people care about the centering and everything. So with the two that you specifically have on your screen right now, the 1990 Marvel Universe ones, a lot of people have been going wild over those. Right now, just looking at your Spider-Man right now, I can tell that is probably a 10-cent card. The reason for this being is, see the white border around it? See how it's more
it's got a
shifted
slight
towards
discoloration.
one side? Well, it's
Oh
slightly
yeah,
discolored and it's off center. So what people are looking for the expensive versions of these are something that's perfectly centered. Like the corners have to be just razor sharp, enough to shave with pretty much. And your card literally has to be flawless. So they don't even
right.
come out of the box or the pack flawless. So you're literally searching for needles in a haystack if you're trying to get rich off of these 1990 Marvel Universe cards.
And that
It's
goes
not a-
back. That goes back to this dumb motherfucker I was talking about with his tweezers and cotton balls. You know what I mean? Like no fingerprints, nothing. But also, that makes me appreciate CGC so much more. Thank you, CGC, for not being so. It's slightly off. Nope, that's it. So the grading for cards seems very tough. I hear the wait's really long. I haven't really gotten into grading cards. As a matter of fact, I'm still waiting for CGC to announce that they're grading Marvel cards, and then I'll start grading them. And I'm not worried about tens. I think it would be cool to have these in slabs. I mean, with these cases, I've recently discovered these, and they're damn near slabs. It's just missing the little top.
After this is over, I'd like
bags.
to get info on that because I'd like to put some of mine in there as well.
These cases are slick, man, and they got multiple sizes. Like they got thicker ones. I'll show you that too. Yeah, these things are fucking slick. And that's what sparked it. I'll get back to that one. But real quick, since we're all here, we are going to talk Venom cards. Before I start just shuffling through, I'm just going to pretty much have my screen just showing straight up card porn. Y'all are going to be all right. We'll keep the conversation going. But this is something I do want to talk about for my guys here. So as far as rookie cards, both of these cards will be considered rookie cards of these particular characters. You got the first ever Black Suit Spider-Man card, the first ever Venom card, ever. So they're rookie cards. I found these online. I actually got one of these in a trade with my dude, Dusty Glass. But they're gold replicas. We talked about these a little bit, John. We asked questions online, and I didn't really get much detail about these. They kind of remind me of the gold replica Pokemon cards you see nowadays. But I've been watching these things go for 80 plus online, so I'm glad to have them.
So there is one tiny little thing that I do have to interject in right there. So
Mhm.
one thing that's there's a little bit of controversy on is the term
Uh-oh.
rookie card with a lot of us card people.
Yeah, which
So
I've noticed.
yeah, I mean, like if
It
the
doesn't
card like
technically
straight
say
up says
rookie
rookie
card.
on the card, sure, but
Right,
like I mean, Spidey came out in
right,
like 1962. Like I think he missed his rookie year by a little bit there.
right. And that's technically why I was like, the first ever appearance. So let's keep the word rookie out of this, guys. All right, I'm just going to shut my noob mouth. But this is the first ever Carnage card, and one thing I want to kind of point out about it is if you look at it, he's red, black, and blue, like the coloring, which is kind of weird.
That's
So this
interesting.
is the first ever Carnage card. As far as I know, I'm not too sure. This is the first ever Toxin card, which is a chase card, and this is from the Upper Deck Marvel Beginnings series from 2012.
Oh man, I got those sets over in Germany, man, and it sucks.
These
Yeah,
cards are extremely cheap online.
Yeah.
yeah, those are the Micro Motion Series 3 to my knowledge. Those came one out of every two packs in Marvel Beginnings 3, and honestly, they're gorgeous cards. I love the textured foil on them. Like the artwork is recycled, but like it works really nice with the backgrounds and everything. Just all around gorgeous, very affordable cards for the current time.
I do not mind recycled art. As a matter of fact, if they use the right recycled art, it's fucking awesome. And the amount of splash pages that we've been getting lately, like they should have no excuse to not have some awesome stuff. But speaking of them, because there were so many, I have been buying these in bulk. So I got a whole page. I got a whole page of Agent Venom.
Beginnings.
That would explain why that might be one of the few that I'm missing.
Well, hey, I'll hook you up, man. Here, I'll just show you real fast.
I can pick it up like probably on ComC for like $3 or $4.
Yeah, they're literally they're
Carnages recently though.
So I saw them for literally $1 best offer, and the guy had like 6 or 7. So I just literally offered him like I don't know 80 cents per card and took all of them. And I
Actually,
just got
the only reason that I even bought that Carnage was because same art.
Yep.
See. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Clayton Crane. There's certain artists, man. They reuse their artwork, and that shit is god tier. They put holofoil on it, and it's fucking god tier. So this thing right here, I'm gonna point this son of a bitch out. I just recently discovered it, and I know my boy Andrew Miller.
Glass.
He has one. Yeah, this is a bitch to get on camera. The dead glass. There you go.
Yeah,
Francesco
I've been
Mattina
looking to get
artwork.
one.
They're hard as fuck to find, and they're them thick boys. Them boys is thick.
The only thing anybody will ever trade me is for my Storm sketch card, which I'm trying to find a good trade for it, but it seems like
I traded a sketch card. I'll get to that in a minute. And that's what got me into these fucking cases. This is a purple, whatever. It's a I think this is the first ever card of him.
Gore.
But this is the purple whatever parallel 59 of 199.
Nice.
Epic purple, but it's fucking thick.
Yeah,
Jonathan,
it's actually one of the premier sets nowadays. Like, I know, like for most people that aren't very familiar with the hobby, like the only things you really hear about are 1990 Marvel Universe and then PMGs. But for the most part, like for the longest time, we all really considered PMGs to be kind of the trash cards of the hobby. Like, I was picking them up for dollars.
Really?
Marvel Masterpieces, on the other hand, has always been kind of like, at the very peak of the hobby, like one of the best, most sought after sets. Sells out like instantly, pretty much every time within a week.
I've always loved Masterpieces, and I've always loved metal ever since '95. When the original set came out.
Yes, I do have a few of them. There's so many fucking cards here. But while we're doing this,
filled with the old metal.
Hell yeah, I have the symbiote cards of that. Just the
I
symbiote
actually
one.
still want to pick up the Silver Flasher set.
Yeah, I have one of Venom. I don't have the other of Carnage, and I've been seeing some on eBay for like 80 to 100 plus, and it's like, fuck that.
Let's see. Yeah, I got.
I'd rather trade at that point.
Who wanted the Silver Flasher?
There you go.
Oh, but
Hold on a second.
like all of them.
Dead center right there. Yep.
And I got some 95s at the bottom.
Hell yeah.
A huge fan of those holograms at the bottom too.
Oh, I love them.
I've always
96 and 295s.
I've always been into the shiny cards, but
Oh, me too, man. My favorite.
John, I want to talk to you about this one. I remember showing you that I got this. This is one of the more rare cards of the set. Let me blow this fucking screen up for a second. I apologize, boys.
That is rad.
Come on, computer.
All right, so if I remember correctly, that would be the Mayhem Diamond Parallel from Rittenhouse Dangerous Divas Series 2. It's out of 10.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes, sir. It is number 2 out of 10.
If I remember correctly, I also told you should pick up the Ruby one. Not sure if you hit that dude up at all, but
my Dangerous Divas and Women of Marvel are all in Germany.
I did hit him up, and did I get it? I think I get it.
I guess since we're mainly talking to comic book guys and stuff, just a little background info on this. So the Rittenhouse sets had a lot of different parallels. They'd usually have a base set, and then you'd have like a sapphire set, which was unnumbered. You'd have an emerald set, which was out of 100. Your diamonds, which were out of 10. And then there was another one that didn't have the same type of distribution. It was the Ruby set. This only came in an archive box, and you would get the entire set at once, and it was limited out of 50, and there it goes. That Ruby is actually the most gorgeous parallel of that entire series. I absolutely love that card.
It is beautiful.
In order to get that Ruby, you had to get the entire archive box, and in order to get the archive box, you had to buy 18 cases at once.
What?
So there were only 50 archive boxes, and I don't think all of them got redeemed. And in order to get a single like this, you have to find someone that was willing to break up that set.
Wow. So how many of those are there, that Ruby?
50. This is 32
in theory,
or
50. I don't know if all of them actually got out or not. So
that
just consider it hard mode getting one of those singles.
So again, the purple is the base. So between the two of these, you think this one's the more rare?
Because obviously, the out of 10 is the harder rare, but getting a red as a single is harder to find than diamonds are on occasion.
Gotcha.
I mean,
that's
really
wild. It's a beautiful card, and I believe these are the only cards that this character has, symbiote wise. Oh, there we go. Let's flop them around a little bit, boys.
I think you might actually be right on that. I've never seen another Mayhem card other than sketches.
That's it. That's it. And I found that randomly. And here we go. Null. That's Null, right?
Is that
right,
Null?
guys?
No.
Huh? Fuck me, man. The first ever Null cards came out in the new Marvel Annual 2020-21 set.
Yep.
They got 3 Null cards.
They got 3 of them, and 2 of them are even in, right?
Codex. Yep, there's the normal base that is Codex. I don't have that one. And then there's an actual, which I love that they did this. It straight up says rookie card. For the one card that they did get right, it's actually Null. It says rookie card, biggest shit on the side of it. So I'm happy they did that. And going back to what you were talking about, Jonathan, let me see if I can get some light on this bad boy. This thing's tough.
Was that the Deadpool versus Carnage?
Yes. There we go. Nice. Yes, it is. Line on you. This is reused artwork. Now, like you were saying, I bought a couple of these as well as some other ones from this series for pennies on the dollar because no one's. And then right when this whole craze started, now I'm seeing them go for a lot of fucking money.
Which
So I'm kind of
is this
glad I
from
did that.
17?
Yeah, sadly, I think that's one of the few that I still need.
Well, I do have, I believe, 2 of these. And then I got.
I do think I have the other Carnage one though.
I got another one somewhere. I don't fucking know. But yes, Mike, that was the 2017. This thing's fucking beautiful. Same deal. I got 3 of these.
Nice.
They were asking like $5 or some shit.
Is that 94?
This is actually a 2019.
That's actually 2019, and that is from 2019 Flare. With Flare, there are 2 different actual full sets of the Power Blasts. The physical ones versus the E-Pack ones each had different cards in it. So a lot of the ones that you've probably never seen are from the physical ones. You might want to like start looking on eBay. I think there might be a symbiote or 2 in those as well.
Yeah, I might have to check for that. But here's the original.
So that was the first Venom card I'd ever gotten. I actually still have my original one. It's in a screw down somewhere, like in the closet. All the edges are like yellowed to hell. I'm pretty sure this thing's like completely stuck and like just gonna like rip the little pieces if I ever open it. But
yeah, mine.
That was one of the first Venom cards I saw that I was like, holy shit!
Super
and it's
awesome.
shiny. Yeah, I see you guys. I see you down there showing the same card, Mike. I got my thing covered up for the sake of showing a few cards real quick. I'm about to cut back there, right, so we get back into the conversation. But one card that I did get as a trade is this bad boy, the Marvel Exquisite. I don't really know too much about it, but I think it's 50 to 50. Yeah, this is number 30 of 50. This is 30 of 50. So
what year is that?
2016.
All right, so I can just go ahead and do background on that since I pretty much know every card that exists ever. That card came from 2016 Marvel Gems. It was a mainly female-focused set, but they did have a few cards where they would allow like guys in. Basically, this box came with 2 packs in it. One pack had 4 cards, the other pack had 1 card, and in that 1 card pack, it was called the Exquisite pack. You could either pull like an Emma Frost card or one of these Exquisite cards. So this Venom actually has 2 versions of it. This is the base version, and there's a number out of 10 that has a metallic plate instead of like his name at the bottom that just says Venom on it.
Oh, okay. I did.
It was like $1,500 on it.
That's a classic card there too. The one on the left.
50.
I got the flanking cards there, both of them.
They got the buyback versions of this shit now too, which buybacks is another thing. You can find other cards like this in like a newer pack, but it will have like a stamp somewhere on it. It will be serial numbered, kind of like these things.
Yeah, I was wondering that too because I looked on e-Pack and I'd see these old cards. I'm like, how the fuck do you got these things? And then I realized, that they're buybacks.
Yeah, I actually have a couple of buybacks here. If, I can show on camera if you guys want to see them.
Yeah, let's take a break from the card porn for a second.
These are just going to be Symbiote exclusive buybacks though, because why not?
And I am excited for you to show these because I have been eyeing these up. But most of them that I see are like 40, 50 and up.
All right. So basically, this is a 1995 Fleer Ultra Spider-Man card, but you see the little like red spider logo in the bottom corner? That's the buyback stamp. Yeah. So this little thing right there. What they did was they stamped that and then they numbered the card. This one's actually numbered 20 out of 30. So they did the entire set, like restamped everything. Just gonna show off some of the symbiotes, Venom.
Wow. You get me fucking moist, baby.
This one's actually a triptych, which is kind of cool.
Yes,
all 3 of them just kind of like go together.
That was really cool in 95.
Hell yeah. I have the normal base set and I've only have the Carnage gold foil signature. they're so hard to find. Just gold foil signature. That's a one I've been trying to complete forever. But what's up, Josh? Man, thanks for stopping by. Man, they
Yeah,
used that Carnage versus
I'm an addict.
Deadpool.
I love this set, so I chase every single buyback. Like I've got up to 8 copies of certain ones of these.
You wanna really? If you got any more of them, man, let's work something out. I got some Hollow Blast here I can trade. But hey, why don't you show off the Venom Flues buybacks?
Oh yeah, one sec on that. So in the 95 set, there was a little subset called the Venom Flows, and it's just a bunch of artwork with Venom versus other people. We've got Venom versus Carnage.
That was always a really neat subset.
Venom versus Daredevil. Venom versus Darkhawk. Demo Goblin. This art I always thought was a little just like out of place. It's way too cartoony.
I agree. I mean,
it's still cool. Female symbiote where Venom's getting his ass just handed to him.
Oh yeah.
The Jury. This was actually the last card that I needed to finish my set. It took me almost 4 years to find this one.
Wow.
Incredible. These are all ultra limited.
Versus Mace. Venom versus Morbius. Venom
That
versus
one's
Sable.
awesome. And Vengeance.
Venom versus Vengeance. And we're back to
Carnage.
I just climaxed. That's impressive, man. 4 years it took you to complete that set. I feel like it took me, goddamn, since 1995 to complete just the gold foil signature set. Let me go ahead and we'll take it back for a
I
second.
think I'll try and complete that one. I saw it on eBay for like $200, and I was like, all right, done.
Well, not the whole series, but just all the Venom flows. Whoops. I've always made a point to get all the gold foil signature series cards. I love when they do that, which I'm glad they still do that.
See, for me,
But
I'm a little obsessive with my 95 set. I've got 4 base sets. I've got 2.5 gold sig sets. I'm actually trying to make 4 full gold sig sets. Because the way I want to display everything is in a binder with a buyback in the middle, and then just have a ring of like gold sig and base surrounding every card. One page per card.
Which would be fucking sick. I actually got these frames over there. I'm not going to pull them down because I don't feel like fucking everything up. But I found them at Michael's, and they're specifically made for trading cards. And I have the old Topps Aliens versus Predator series in there. Those things are super cool to be able to like. It's just the amount of money and space just to be able to buy like 20 of those frames and put all the Venom cards in and hang up would be cool. But some of these cards are like 5 inches fucking thick, so that's just never going to happen.
So my suggestion is just get a bunch of these like one-touch mags, so you can just kind of like set them on a shelf, and get the little IKEA picture shelves. It's about like a 2-inch wide shelf that you can just like set the card on. You like set up multiple ones like about 4 or 5 inches apart, and you just have like an entire row to like entire wall for cards.
Which I totally could do. I don't know where the fucking lid is, but for the most part,
I have everything just sitting on a desk now.
I got this box. Somebody gave me this box a long time ago. I don't know where the lid is. Cool little box. I always had my cards in just top loaders, and then like I said, I decided to start doing these frames around the same time that I got back into cards, and then the cards are this fucking thick, so it's like, well, I don't know what to do. As far as storage, what do you guys prefer? I'm kind of a mix of a binder and these one touches.
I really like the hard plastics. Lately I've been just keeping them in single little cases like that, and just keeping them in my desk. But I do like the old files and folders. They're pretty neat because you can have 9 cards in each of them.
Yeah, especially when you got all the PMGs.
I keep all my PMGs, and I got a special.
Break that bad boy up.
Break
that bad boy up. Let's get fucking nasty with it.
Get into Pandora's box here. See what we got.
I'm pretty sure most people would be disgusted if they saw the way I used to store my PMGs. Like gold PMGs, green PMGs, don't care. Just went straight into a binder page, whatever.
All right, so first we'll start out with my doubles that I got. These aren't in the box. They just go in the drawer. So, the red Venom, that's the one that's on sale.
That's the base.
Base
Even
silver.
the base got expensive. It's ridiculous.
Another base silver. I got a bronze agent.
Oh, yeah.
And another bronze Venom. And then...
And those are all multiples, you said?
Those are all my doubles, yep. So now we get into the normal ones. I'll start with Anti-Venom. We'll go from there. So
this was for you, Full Metal.
Yeah, we got to stay metal here. So there's the first Anti-Venom, the base.
Put them a little closer. Slap me in the face with them things.
Damn, yeah. If I'm dinner first.
And then we got. I didn't find out about these EPAC ones till later.
Right.
So I got them right before they started getting expensive.
Me too.
I jumped on them. So I've got one.
I thought it was a base. I thought it was a fucking base when I bought it and it showed up.
I thought it was too. And I realized later that they were different and I needed them for my set. So then there's bronze Anti-Venom, red Anti-Venom,
fucking beautiful,
blue Anti-Venom.
Those blue cards, man.
That's where my Anti-Venoms stop. And I have, let's see here. We'll go with Asian Venom next.
Oh, yeah.
Let me find them. Okay.
I'm just sitting here literally like.
Here's the base. There's the base agent. And you got the EPAC one.
Nice. I have the base of that one, I believe.
Yep. Then the bronze.
I feel like the patterned EPAC versions they're not really doing as well as they probably should be doing.
I mean, I think they're pretty. I think they're more pretty than the silver.
Oh yeah.
And I got red agent.
That's fucking
I'm just saying, they're like actually absurdly rare. They're almost as rare as blues are.
And then I got a blue agent. And then we'll go to normal Venom.
Oh fuck. Here comes the big boys.
So I got, let's see, is this one the rainbow or this? There's a third of the base, so I got 3 base Venoms.
I got 1 base of that card, and that is it.
And then I have the rainbow.
Very nice.
Bronze. Blue. Oh, I'm sorry, red. I gotta keep them in order here.
Actually, give me one moment. I'll go grab a box real quick.
Go for it, John.
Blue.
That is fucking. Ugh.
That was my favorite for a long time. And then we got the jewel, which I keep out. I keep it on a little plaque thing.
Keep it in sight. Yeah, dude, that is fucking incredible. So what other color? What other color from the spectrum to have the full? What do they call it?
The rainbow. I'm only missing green and gold. So if I got a green and a gold, I'd have all of them. But in order to have the gold, I got to have the Venom Infinity Gauntlet. So I don't think I'll ever get that gold one.
Yeah. That once I realized that they made some of these PMG 1-of-1s, it was like fuck, dude. This is going to be impossible. So those PMGs they're like fucking lottery tickets. People treat them as lottery tickets, like winning lottery tickets.
That's why I keep my purple.
Yeah.
Plus I like it. So and then I got this stack too after.
A lot of us serious collectors, we don't consider the 1-of-1 for the rainbow. That's just a bonus.
I got mixed up there, but yeah, Mike, we'll come back and we'll show them in a minute. But what you say there, John?
I was saying, for a lot of us, like, well, in Marvel collecting, there's like several different ways that people collect. You know, you've got your set collectors, you've got your people that just like the high end, you've got character collectors, and for a lot of us, a big thing like is chasing rainbows of your favorite characters, which is just trying to get like every single parallel possible for that specific character. But even then, like with a lot of these cards having one-of-ones, most of us don't really consider that as a necessity for, you know, a complete set. It's kind of like,
if I got my green, awesome. I would be like, all right, I think we're done now, because that gold, man, is just, it's unreal.
Just one-of-ones are like so impossible to land, unless they're printing plates. Those are fairly like easy, I guess.
I have never even seen a printing plate in person, like besides just seeing them
I've never seen it either.
All right, so they're about as thin as a Coke can and pretty much almost as flimsy. It's just a very thin like sheet of aluminum with like a little bit of a printing on it that they use to do the offset negative printing or the regular printings.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're actually kind of cool. Like, this is the black printing plate for the Silk PMG.
Yeah, let's bring that up. Hold up a second there, John. There you go.
So those are real thin, huh?
Regular paper thin card, and the back typically just has a little sticker on it that says it's one-of-one and what set it's from. So there are typically 4 colors of printing plates for, you know, every card. So this is what a printing plate set would kind of look like. I'm still missing one, but, you know, there's the cyan, yellow, magenta, and I'm just missing the black for these.
That's fucking incredible. I love that they perfectly fit in the one touches.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible.
And the rounded corners, since they're metal and they don't cut the shit out of you.
Hell yeah. Dude, I really like these one touches. I cannot believe I'm just now getting into them. Kind of wish I would have with that.
Like when you do your one touches, do you also bag them so they don't get scratched up?
No, but I remember talking to you about that, and you got into my OCD a little bit, and I kind of want to. I seen they sell these things at Michael's, and I seen they had some sort of bag, but it was like 2 times the size. It looked like it was made for actually graded cards.
They look really I don't know if you can actually see this on mine, but you see these that little tiny thing sticking up in the corner?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the plastic.
That's how tight this plastic bag is on this card.
Yeah, that's how I want it.
Like, it's a perfect fit. Like, if you look at the back, you can kind of see the seam right here of where, like, the actual sticky thing is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so these things, you get, like, 50 of them for, like, $2. So
I always get nervous when I'm trying to put them in certain plastics, man, because, you know, that little push could fuck up the corners, you know? You might like this. You got this? Ooh. It's a simple card, but it's your girl, I think. So.
Oh, you see this
yeah.
Is that the rainbow?
You got the gold one?
That's the rainbow foil.
So this one's John. Explain how fucking impossible it was for you to get this. Is this the one I'm thinking of?
This is the one you're thinking of. So basically, with Fleer Ultra Spider-Man base cards, there were 7 different base cards. Whenever you open a pack, you can get like a regular base, or you can get one that's a web foil, which has this like web pattern on it. So when E-Pack came out, you had the option to get 10 of the base cards or 10 of these like web ones. You combine them and it would give you a silver web card or a silver base card. If you got 10 of those on top of that and combine those, so basically 100 base or 100 of these web ones, you would get one that was like this, but had a rainbow sheen to it.
Oh, that's rad.
So based off of the print run, only 3 of each of these rainbow web foil cards were possible max for a lot of these. Some of them only 1 or 2 even. So I got lucky and managed to make a couple of those.
Nice.
That's insane.
We actually got 2 of them.
Nice.
Each one of these took me about 6 months to make, and it was the most stressful experience of my life. I got to point out, man, I absolutely love the dedication to
to just collecting silk cards. I feel the same way. I think you were in the game for a lot longer than I have. I'd stepped away from this shit for a while, but I felt the same way. Like, man, I also not only I want all the comics, but I want all the cards. And then, like I said, you start to come across these PMGs and shit, and it's like, And two things. I'll be able to segue a topic here. So I just had it. What did I do? Here we go. Bringing back another card that I already showed, and I apologize. So this card in particular was the first ever card that I had gotten in a trade that was pre-cased in one of these cases. And look how fucking thick it is. But it was my introduction to this thing, and I had no idea how to fucking open it for the longest time. I felt like a goddamn ape or something, and then finally it was like, aha, I got it now.
I've never even opened mine. I got one like that as well. It just came like that.
Yeah, but that box card set that I fucking threw somewhere. Here we go. This. So my friend Barry, he got the I guess the big hit was the Wolverine Shadow box, and I got a sketch card of Annihilus, and it was like that was kind of my introduction to sketch cards. Like, hold up, what's up with this? And yada yada. And at the same time, it was cool, but it was like, not to sound like a dickhead, but I don't give a fuck about Annihilus. What am I going to do with this?
Annihilus.
I don't know. He is pretty badass. He's like a giant praying mantis looking motherfucker.
Yes, he's like
he looks like what is it? Connects character or some shit, or Bionicles, whatever the fuck that is.
The fucking praying mantis from Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Just pissed off.
There we go, Brax.
Yeah, Zorak or something.
Zorak, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There's only a couple sketch cards that I got that I really like. I'm not a big sketch card guy, but I really like these two.
Oh yes, sir. Look at you. I appreciate you, Mike. So these that's one of my custom hologram sketch cards. So yeah, we'll go ahead and segue to that real quick. Let me get my little bullshit.
So I was trying to find mine, but like I ran out of time, and I still had like 12 boxes that I still had to go through. So my bad on not bringing that one.
Bro, it is all good, and you know what? I'm slacking too because I have a pen sketch version of that card, that Venomized Silk I did for you. That I didn't like the way certain things looked, so I redid it. It practically looks exactly how your hologram card looks, but it's just a pencil sketch, and I've been meaning to send that to you. I'm slacking. All right, so let me pull my screen back up. Little shameless self promotion or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So Barry, who's in the chat right here, I might want to read that. Chronic Books, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? Yes, Chronic Books, he's got one of them too. So we'll just jump right to it. I started custom making my own hologram sketch cards.
So awesome.
If Upper Deck wants to buy this deal from you, holler at your boy. I think, like I said, pulling a sketch card, it was like, this is cool, but I want this bitch to shine, motherfucker. And I just got to thinking one day, like, what if they made a hologram sketch card? And I eventually made it. So Barry, his wife, found me my first ever blank sketch card. You could just buy them at art stores and whatnot. Let me just fix this fucking light.
I just realized that this card is textured.
So one thing related to these sketch cards I'd like to bring up is when I actually first started talking to Joe over here, like I did get a commission from him and everything, but I also found out he used to be an actual like UD sketch artist on like the Upper Deck sets. Like he's actually an officially licensed sketch artist from like what was it, Marvel Premiere 2017, I think.
I didn't know that until a little bit later.
And get this. So I'm sitting here asking, like, hey, you got any like blank APs I'd like to get a sketch? And
nice.
This dude fucking goes and draws his own APs for himself and keeps them.
I did a Venom and Carnage, and I sold them. And gentlemen, the amount of money I was able to sell them for, one of them I'll just say I sold for $200 fucking. And that, when you get these deals, you really don't make a lot of money. To me, it wasn't about the money. To be able to draw, this was some sort of like childhood dream come true. I don't know how to explain it. My friends, they bought me these sketch cards in 2015, the date right there. This is my second ever sketch card ever. I set up an action figure and just for hours just penciled this out until it looked right. I love the fucking Xenomorph. Fucking love it. But after grinding and grinding and grinding for so fucking long, I'm able to walk away with that. And that's fucking priceless to me. And this is the only sketch card I have, the only one of one type of card that I have in the entire collection. So, yeah, I drew a fucking, I drew a sketch card for myself. I had to do it, man. It's just, this means so much to me. This means so fucking much to me. I would love to be able to get back into the cards. I don't know why I haven't gotten any, I've been emailing, I've been blowing them up on Twitter, all kinds of shit, bro. I haven't heard anything back. I don't know what the deal is, but I at least have this, and that's good enough.
So you drew this for them, and then you bought it back, or how did that work?
No, you get as a sketch card artist, they give you a certain amount of cards that are either you have to draw what the card says, or they give you artist range, and then they give you artist proofs, which pretty much this. They all have this. It's like an AP. Wait a minute, I'm looking at the wrong logo right here. AP. You see a sketch card with that AP? That's artist proof, and that is how the artist can actually make a little bit of money off the whole thing, because you can do commissions. And I did two. I sold them both, and I had one laying around that I was just like, I'm gonna just chill on this, let my art, catch up. And I decided to crank this out one day because I haven't seen this particular symbiote on a card, so I decided to do it. And once I finished it, I was like, you know what? I'm not fucking selling this. I'm keeping this. And speaking of that symbiote, I don't know if I showed this or not. This lenticular splash-ticular card. It has the maker from the Donny Cates series down here in the corner as hybrid. He's got that little emblem on his head. I'm excited to start seeing Donny Cates Venom-related trading cards, if that makes any sense. They also put Dylan Brock right here. It's a scene from Absolute Carnage where he's got his hand out and he's blowing up Carnage, but they put the emblem
symbol
right over it. It's like honestly, a great idea.
It's an entire just Venom exclusive set, or just like a King in Black set or some shit.
I think that would be rad.
Dude, the Symbiote Elite cards.
We need a metal Venom set.
Look, with all the different types of characters, you could have tons of different versions of this character on a card. You could have tons of different versions. Oh yeah, dude. Tons of Carnage. You got Null, and they'll actually fucking be Null. You know what I mean?
So why do you think they did that shit like that? They just, what do you think
their
reasoning was putting the wrong characters as Null on those cards?
I don't expect these guys. Look, they got a company to run. I don't expect these guys to have their faces glued to the books. At a quick glance, Codex and Null look very similar. So, I totally get it. But man, how do you even get into working to design? I mean, I understand graphic design and all, but there's got to be a little bit more than that. But to be able to design these cards, man, you got to have people that actually know what the fuck the characters are they're putting on them.
And then when you quality check,
I mean, this has kind of been an ongoing issue with the X-Men metal set. I know that the X-23, what was it? Shadowbox, I think, isn't actually X-23. It's her sister Honey Badger.
That's poor quality control, but I don't know, man.
Those Scorpion PMGs, those were the first PMGs that I ever bought from Marvel cards, period. He was actually the cheapest one at the time, and I was like, oh my god, I can get almost every single color, so I did.
I remember when you were chasing these, because I was trying to look for them for you too.
And this is because of that. That's why this is the only blue PMG I have. And then what you were talking about, John, if you don't mind explaining what Mike was saying, this is kind of the same deal. Like you had to stack a certain amount of cards to be able to get one of these.
Okay, so if you look at the top two there, you'll see a scorpion that's silver and one that's silver with a little bit of a rainbow sheen to it. It's a little prismatic, pearlescent, however you want to refer to it. I don't really give a shit. You basically get the idea of what I'm trying to say. So this is an EPAC exclusive. What you had to do was get 10 copies of the base metal on EPAC, and then you would have to combine all 10 of those into one of the other ones. What this ends up doing is it destroys all 10 of those base copies so nobody else can get them, but then you end up with something slightly more shiny. I know this sounds like the most, like the dumbest, like waste of money to destroy 9 cards just to turn it into one other one, but so for those base ones, there's probably around, man, what was the number? I can't. Let's just go ahead and say 1,800 just for the hell of it. I know that's not accurate. It's probably slightly more, but when it works down to it, only maybe 108 total copies of these Pearl ones were even possible.
I think
compared
Pearl
to
ones
like
are
the
really
2000
pretty, man.
base
I
ones.
like them a lot.
Although I should probably get away from calling them pearls because I used to call them pearls, and that just confuses shit out of everyone. They're technically called patterned, but I think it's a dumbass name.
Yeah, I didn't understand the pattern because I figured it'd be like I know you boys were showing off some of them earlier. I guess I'll pull one out real quick, but they do have certain cards where they are quote unquote patterned, if you will. Like these.
Oh yeah.
There's different versions, which I didn't know, and I remember looking at some of these back in the day. So this is 22 of 99, and they have parallels. Like this has got like the gold spider holograms in the background, and there's different versions, and there's even error that you've pointed out to me, John. But I remember looking at the super low numbered cards for like $10 at most on eBay back in the day, and I never pulled the trigger on them. And by the time I did, I was only able to grab one, and I think they're both limited to 99. Yes, they're both limited to 99. So that's all I was able to get.
Those have 3 different patterns, like you mentioned. There is a 99 with the spiders. There is a 25 that has triangles on it, and then there's a 10 that has a bunch of like weird random webbing, and like it looks like someone just sprayed silly string all over the back of that shit and just threw a little Spider-Man party. But that one's limited out of 10 and is definitely the most sought after one. There are errors that have the 99 numbering and have the 25 and 10 pattern though, but it doesn't happen with every character. So I've actually yet to see any of the symbiote ones with an error on it. Most of the ones that I have are Silk or Deadpool.
Yeah,
Agent Venom of 25 and 2 Agent Venoms of 99 of that.
Nice. 25. That's fucking. I wish I would have jumped on them, man. I am glad to have jumped on this though. This series, one of the ugliest fucking card sets I've ever seen, but base card wise. But they have some symbiotic cards. I guess I'll go ahead and pull a few out real quick.
Those
For me, I actually absolutely
really nice
love that one. Like, I think that Venom card looks just gorgeous. That screams fucking 80s to me right there.
It does. The McFarlane artwork that goes with it, the holofoil, the incredible, like you said, the 80s. I love it, dude.
I mean, just give me like a gaudy Lisa Frank binder to put that shit in. I'm set.
I grabbed these 3.
Fucking unicorns all over that bitch.
1 second, Mike. 1 second. You know what I'm saying? Some fucking neon dinosaurs and shit. What you got, baby? What you got?
Oh, I got the 3 from. I got the Word Cloud. I was after these for a while. I got a couple boxes, and I got the 80s, of course. I got the whole set of the 80s. I just need to get it sent home of this, the decades, just because the Venom was in it, and I got this one here, the Flavorful. So I had all the inserts from that set. And they're all really neat.
Yeah, the second that this set came out, I was immediately hunting these things down. And John actually pointed out, if you need one of these, Mike, I'll bring my screen back up in a second. When John actually pointed out a website that had 4 of them for sale, and they were like $7. This one right here,
Really?
and I bought all 4 of them.
I mean, they're pretty cards, man.
They're beautiful, but
Okay, so since you did bring that up, I'm just going to go ahead and plug that website now. Since I guess there are a lot of people that are just trying to get into cards. comc.com. Check out my cards. Is basically what that stands for. It's basically like the cheap, like, online flea market of cards. You'll find a lot of these things stupid cheap because it's connected to the ePack site, and people can instantly open a box of cards, transfer it over, and put it for sale. Super competitive for the most part. Like all of these, like cheaper, low end, like even up to like some of the mid tier cards will be like pennies on the dollar compared to what they would be on eBay.
and they absolutely
word
were.
clouds. They're really neat. I got an Odin word cloud, a Valkyrie, Venom. I got all kinds of
that Venom one you got is fucking sick, and I've been eyeing it up and trying to land one, but that son of a bitch. I'm watching one on eBay for like $80, and it's like I'll
keep an eye out for it too, man.
Like I said, I got 4 of these motherfuckers. I'm willing to trade, and that's another thing, guys. A lot of these cards can be attained through trading. Never underestimate the trading.
Oh man, I don't know about that one. I have no patience for trading with people. Like if they take more than 5 minutes of my time, I'm just like, man, fuck you.
Well, don't just trade with anybody.
Afraid to trade.
Don't just trade with anybody, but if you got people you trust, why not this fucking card?
Ooh, that's actually a nice one. That Venom.
That Marvel Matter Venom is probably one of my favorite cards in my entire collection. It is fucking beautiful. I love it.
It is, man.
Somewhere.
Do you know if that one was an SP or SSP or just regular?
I don't even know what that means, bro. But there's no number stamped on it.
I haven't seen it. It was cheap. It was cheap too.
This was when I got it. It was cheap, and now it's up there in the 80s. This thing I snapped up a long time ago. Marco Cicchetto.
I have that somewhere, but it's not a foil.
This one, it says congratulations. You got a hand signed card. Now they number them, so I'm curious to how many exist because there's no number. And I see a lot of these floating around on eBay for like $20, maybe less. But he's one of my all-time favorite artists. So,
we can figure it out. Just run some numbers.
I got a similar one. It's just not. It's not shiny.
Hang on, Mike. Let me bring you up real quick.
With that one, the discrepancy on the differences in prices is because. Basically, those cards had like several different designs. That design is, I'm not sure which set that is. It's like one of the Impel ones or like Marvel Universe ones or like. So every single different card design had different pull rates. So some of the autos might be like a 1 in 20 pack pull rate. Some of them might be a 1 in 180.
That one is rad.
That's crazy. It's like ratios. Yeah, these are patch cards. I think this is the first time you legit, outside of a sketch card, see the corrupted symbiote on a trading card. Sorry, I'm just trying to point out first symbiote cards. They're thick too.
A couple of these patch cards, and I'm about to get a big shipment in from ePack. I'm just been lazy about getting it sent to me, so I'll have a whole bunch more.
That's another nice one. The was it 2014 or 2015 Marvel Vibraniums? So this is another thing that's kind of been taking off a lot, like in the hobby lately. This used to be like a $1 to $2 card. Now that's probably like $100 to $150 card, just because it's a numbered Venom.
Mm-hmm. I have 2 of these.
So the reason that these are so sought after is because a lot of like sports collectors have moved over, and these resemble things called refractors on their side. And it also looks kind of like the Optic or Bowman Chrome like sets over there, where they've got like a lot of really fancy looking numbered parallels to give you nice looking rainbows and stuff. Also, because of the surface, they tend to grade very high. The top layer of this card is acetate, so that usually results in very sharp corners, clean edges, and as long as it doesn't have any surface scratching, it's usually a high graded card.
One card I've been
They
looking
are
for
quality.
is the Venom Metallurgy card. I think it was a 2020 Masterpieces set, but I heard that's real metal, man. So I've been looking.
I'm looking for the. I'm not sure what series it's from, but the Intimidation Nation. They have a Venom and Carnage card. I think the
2013 Marvel Retro.
Yes, those fucking things are so. Another card I watched way back in the day, like $10. Yeah, I'll get around to it, and then it was gone, and now they're like $300. Blah! Like, man, fuck. What other ones were there? The 95 Hollow Blast, I believe. Carnage and Venoms. It's like a chase card set, and they got like Thanos and Sabretooth and all that Apocalypse. But there's two of them. They're like Hollow Blasts. They're like
that was
almost
1995 Flare.
Yes, and they're almost $200 a piece. And then
Oh wait, no, that can't be Flare because those are like $5 each. Those might be the retro ones. There's a retro Spidey versus Venom one from 2013 or 15, I think. And that one used to be a couple $100, but I think it's gone over $1,000 now.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll have to send you a picture. It's you'll know right away what it is, but they have gone up substantially in value. This son of a bitch is a blue parallel. I'd have to double check. Don't quote me, but this might be the first Red Goblin card. I'm not sure. But this one is limited to 50. This is 9 of 50.
What year is that? 2017 or 19?
2019.
Okay,
so
then there was one previous to that from 2019 Marvel Flare. The Flarium had a Peach Momoko art. Yep. Base card and an auto.
Oh, they have an auto card? Son of a bitch, I didn't know that.
Yeah, every base card from Flare and all the Flarium had auto parallel limited to 30. And the Peach Momoko ones are expensive.
While I'm digging for that, I'm just going to throw this one on the screen real quick to see if we can bring them some nostalgia. You guys remember these fucking things?
Oh, yeah, I got a couple of them.
The Overpowers.
Honestly, TCG cards are like the absolute worst thing in the world for me.
I'll tell you what, this has been homaged in comic books. One of my all-time favorite fucking Carnage cards. And yeah, it's this piece of shit. Fuck what you heard. That shit.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't care that it's a game card. I don't care it's got rounded corners. I don't care about the texture. I don't care it's thinner. But why in the fuck would you name a card Agile Downward Kick and have like 6 different characters appear on that shit? So I actually have to fucking see the damn card instead of being able to look at a checklist.
That's why you have to have a Venom card
has an Agile Kick
and call it Rampage.
Everybody.
Do you know about these, gentlemen?
I have that one on the left there, but when I bought it, it came in real fucked up. So I think I gave that guy some negative feedback.
Those look like Contest Champions Dave and Buster's cards to me.
Yep, these are the foil parallels. So these ones are a little bit tougher to get. I was there at Dave and Buster's not too long ago with my girl at a Christmas party through my job, and I saw one of them machines, and we were on that bitch for like 20 minutes. Like, there's a Carnage card. I didn't even get the base. I still need the Carnage card. Did I lose you guys?
No, I can hear you.
Okay.
The rainbow fluid on those is nice.
This is laying on my little swipey thing on my laptop. Every time I move it, it keeps pulling shit up.
All right, dude, I gotta ask: is that like some sort of floppy mat or something, or you just go like reclaim somebody's fence and shit and decide to use that?
This is the same material as the holograms I use for my sketch cards. It's like this it's like cardstock. I got it from Michael's. I was going to try to make like, you know, sketches where the background was like this cool looking wood grain, but it doesn't really translate. So I'm just sticking with the hollow foils.
Yeah, I got the hollow of that too. That's the Contest of Champions, right?
The hollows, yes. The Contest of Champions, yes.
Yeah.
And like I said, they're a little bit tougher. They're a little bit tougher to get. Here we go. Screen's up again. This thing I randomly came across, and I think I talked to you about it a little bit, John. I didn't know anything about it, but it's a lenticular. It says sample, and it's got one of the greatest fucking covers of all time on it. I had to get this.
I currently do not remember where that came from.
I think it been you or someone else on one of the Facebook pages that we were discussing. That it's like some sort of con exclusive or something that they were handing out. Like vendors were handing them out. I don't know. I've always had this Hero. It's got the scratch off. I never scratched it off. Tom
Wow. I have no
Wow.
idea what the fuck that is either. Like, where do you keep finding this stuff?
Hold up. We're about to take it to the top of the A list of Venom cards. The motherfucking Cookie Crisp.
Okay, I'm very aware of the Cookie Crisp ones. Those were like some of the lamest looking cards, but they always show up together with the 95 Ralston Foods cards.
Yep. I appreciate that they went ahead and spent like the 5 cents and put a little bit of gold foil on it. You know what I mean? But speaking of PMGs, I'm sorry guys, I'm just fucking going crazy over here. Here's the closest to a green PMG I'll ever have. And this is from the Vibranium set.
The Hero Power. Like, I hated the name of that card so much.
I don't like all this shit. Like, that's the thing I'm talking about. Who the fuck's designing these cards? You know, get this shit the fuck out of here. Make that smaller. Put it in a corner. And look at that. Look at that. You got one, Mike?
Yep.
Oh, yes, you do. Hold up. Bye-bye. Yes, sir. Fuck your green PMGs.
Nice and shiny, baby.
What you know about the fucking Vibraniums? So, I guess, Mike, you had some other stuff that you want to show off. We'll go ahead and let you do that. We're at 1 hour and 22. We've had people watching this whole time, which I greatly appreciate everyone sticking around. I'm seeing a lot of people like, you know, I had no clue that the Matter cards were foil. Yes, sir. There's there have
been people watching this entire time?
Entire time. We haven't had.
Like, you go outside, touch some grass. Like, really? Like, I'm not this entertaining. Like, I'm flattered, but like, what the fuck?
Bunch of fucking losers. Who the fuck? Trading cards? Fuck Pokemon.
Hey, as long as it makes you happy, you know?
All right, like I said, this shit has been a part of my life literally since the day that I could fucking remember anything. So it's always something I've been into. I have an entire binder. Let me just do this real quick. This is what I'm working with over here. But this entire binder is all symbiotes. All of it. So it's always been a big part of the collecting. Even when I got into the comic side of it all, you know, I still had the cards. And now that they're starting to see that there's a huge comeback, I'm all about it, man.
You showed off PMGs and everything, right?
Yes, sir. You got something for us?
Yeah, I figured I'd just show the rest of them off. You know,
look at that.
Here's the rest of the colors. Like, just go over the entire rainbow. Base.
That's the rainbow, right?
Bronze, red, blue, green, purple, and the 1 of 1 gold.
Oh, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, fucking rainbow.
He's got the gauntlet.
I mean, and if you want to go hard mode, here's number 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10. Oh, hold up.
Here's
Are you about
1 out of 49?
Oh, that's great.
1 out of 99.
Oh, wow.
And that's where it ends because I can't find the rest.
Oh, that's great though. So they're all.
You know, anybody find bronze 1 out of 199, I'm willing to throw it down like a lot more than it's worth.
I got one really cool. Speaking of number ones, the alphas, I got an alpha Agent Venom that's blue.
Ooh, look at that.
But that's the only number 1 I think I have. So I saw that and I was like, I need it, and I grabbed it. I can't remember how much it was, but it wasn't super expensive.
I'm big on alpha serial number. Probably got like 40, 50 of them just sitting there.
That's crazy.
I got
Very
a couple
hard. What is
stacks.
the real world? Yeah, Mike, let's see it, man. Honest,
I
brother.
Who do you want to see? I got a Venom stack. Of course, I got an Agent Venom stack. I got a Thor stack.
Let's see the Venom stack.
All right.
And then we'll just go through. Where's that canvas card? Oh, damn, and that's a rarity too, man.
Premiere.
Good shit.
Is that 2012 or 2014? I feel like it's 2012.
2012.
That's limited. Is that limited? A number?
91 out of 199. It's the only Premiere card I have.
Honestly, that's a great card, man.
I like it. I thought it was actually clear, but when it came in, it wasn't.
Yeah, it does look like a cell. There you go.
I love
Rodriguez.
that card. That's one of my favorites. And I got this. It's close to a gold. You know, I could put that by the other ones.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
of 99. And we already saw these guys.
I still love that card. I kind of want
Oh.
multiples of that one.
I love it too, man. And these
one,
three,
man.
they took me a little while to get all three of these, and it was rough, man. Like nobody wanted to trade, nobody wanted to deal with me. I found them. This is old and it's a little decrepit, but it sticks in the, you know.
It's there. The animation stills.
Yeah, I love acetate cards. Give me anything clear, and I'm like all about it.
Now this is going to be a little rough to see, but it.
I see it clear. The Marvel motion, baby.
Yeah.
1996.
And we got some more metal, the original.
Oh yeah. I always liked how they gave it the gold blaster, but it's really like a silver.
Well, I think there are silver and gold blaster versions, right?
Yeah, I think there is silver and gold blasters.
Son of a bitch. Mine's silver and it says gold.
I guess Anti-Venom made his way
You have
into
a
my
silver that says gold. You might have another error card that you didn't know about.
I'm looking at it right now. I do have that Anti-Venom card. I'm trying to think of which one was the first. See, this card set right here is one of the best fucking card sets ever. The what was that? The 95 Fleer Ultra.
Oh, dude, 95.
Yeah.
And the great thing about 95 is they're all amazing artwork and amazing cards, and they're not that expensive. So if you want to get into it, I would say that's a good place to start if you like these, you know, Spiderman.
That card too. That the Through the Ages you just showed off, that thing's a fucking gem. It's got such a nice rainbow shine to it, which I didn't expect.
I got the Thor of that as well.
Nice. I have two red parallel of that one. So it's like a red border parallel.
Now this one I think somebody
there's
just
a gold
made,
parallel as well.
but I thought it was neat, so I bought it.
That is 100% a custom. I think it's from Cardass.
But dude, that's Inhyuk Lee, if I'm saying it right. That's his artwork.
Dude, I love his artwork.
Yeah, so somebody, if they didn't credit him and they're trying to pass it off as their own artwork, they can suck a fat fucking glizzy from the back because
It doesn't say on it.
That fucking glizzy from... Isn't a glizzy a hot dog, bro?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Whoops, sorry, Mike. I do have the gold foil that you have. I also have that 300 parallel that you showed, and then there's a base, but I don't have any of the purples or oranges.
This is something somebody made me, so they were selling a Venom, and it's just a sketch card. So
That looks like J. Peter and
and then this is 1996 Marvel
Dude,
Masterpieces.
that's a banger. The
Oh,
double side. Good
Yeah.
shit, man. That's a fucking
Dual
banger.
impact,
That's a $200 card. Yes, sir. Ron Lim. I have
I
a
got-
air that.
Then I'll show you these pages, and then I'll be done with my little part for now.
You got
I
both of
just
the
got-
versions of that Venom Hollow yet?
What's that?
Do you have both versions of the Venom Hollow?
Of this one here?
Yeah, there's two versions. One of them on the back would say Action Comics. The other one, like it's a promo card, and the other one's just a regular one.
Yeah. One's a
It
promo.
says Marvel, and it says Impel.
Yeah, so you have the actual like set card. The other one, like in giant text, like on the back of the card, it just says Action Comics for some reason.
I got you, John.
And I got
One
the
second.
purple.
One second, Mike. So this is the.
Oh,
the
Advanced
see.
Comics. My bad.
I might have
Yeah.
a double of this somewhere. I just have to look.
They're pretty common. There's a lot floating around on the bay. But let's bring it back to you, baby. Let it flow.
And then these, we saw this page earlier. This purple one here, it's Marvel Masterpieces 3 of 199. I think it was 2020. I bought it, right? And I was like, man, the
Nice.
purple one. Well, when I got it, it was fucking bent. And I was
Mike.
pissed as fuck.
That's the fucking hollow foil right there. Right next
What?
to it. Not the canvas, but the other one next to the other one.
This one?
That one. John. There's a
Hollow
Venom.
Flash?
Yes, that and the Carnage. Those are my fucking grail cards.
I love this card.
That thing is
I actually
These
think
have been
Venom is the absolute best looking one out of that card or like subset, but I also like the Doom one a lot.
These
Yeah.
have been in this plastic for fucking years. I'm almost scared to take them out, man, because like when I go to grab them, they're almost like stuck. See, there's a this one's kind of fucked up too. This one here, but I still kept it. I'm not going to get rid of it.
They're still
some,
rare.
Some of these are from when I was, just a kid. So that's not 96. This one here, that's a rare one too.
The hollow, yes.
Shows
It's
its
Eternal
tongue.
Evil.
Yeah.
I have a Marvel Motions promo of that card. It's like a Marvel Motions version. I got it in a comic book.
Man,
Ooh,
I need to
that
get some
card
of these Marvel Mission cards.
That card, Dead Center, has been commanding quite a price lately.
Really?
Oh yeah, that whole series. What is it?
Let me see.
Is that 96
Masterpieces.
or 95?
What is this?
92, I think. 93.
The middle one's
It's a-
No,
95.
it's a 96. So that's
Yeah, I thought so.
96 is the fucking set that's so hard to fucking find.
Yeah,
And the inserts are actually worth less from what I've seen in the actual the actual cards themselves.
It depends on which card. I think the Psylocke is the most expensive base card right now.
I have that Psylocke somewhere.
Rise and
But
Frost.
I
We'll
don't
do
know.
another episode in the future, man. We'll bring you on. I wouldn't mind bringing a bunch of people on, just beating the shit out of each other with cards.
I know one guy in our group, man. He's a super huge Psylocke fan.
I do enjoy.
I know 50 Psylocke fans. That's everybody.
I do enjoy coming across people that have a very focused collection.
Well, this isn't a card, but I'm thinking about maybe getting this graded. But
Oh, it's signed. You might have to go the CBS way, but dude, fucking grail. Is that a picture of Todd signing it?
yeah, I think they cut
Oh,
whoever
yeah.
was with him off. I didn't know it was signed. I just bought it because I wanted it for all that time, and I was downrange. I had the cash. I said, "Fuck it, I'm buying it." So,
Man,
Hell
if
yeah.
somebody cuts me out of a picture like that, I'm finding that book on eBay, I'm buying it, and then after you mail it to me, I'm gonna show up like based off of your return mailing address and beat your ass.
no, they cut themselves off, man. I didn't cut it out.
Oh, so also one of the cards you showed off, like this is definitely one of my favorites, the Venom Clear Chrome one.
Oh yeah, I love that
What?
card too.
Value.
So I'm pretty sure you're used to seeing this one, right? What about this one?
Look at that. And this is how we segue into the errors.
So this is a production prototype card.
See, man, I can't even. I'm trying to pull mine, and it's not moving.
So that was a production prototype?
Yeah, basically like those other, like, where are they? So these cards right here.
Uh-huh.
So you know how these have a paper backing? Well, if you
Yes.
remove this paper backing, then they're going to end up looking like this. So under this paper backing is a silver backing. When you remove that silver backing, then they're going to have this backing on it.
Oh,
So it's basically just this card and this card start out the exact same, but this card is just finished like that with like a thin piece of plastic on the back, and these they add a layer of silver and then a layer of paper to actually turn into a chrome card instead of an acetate card.
Huh. That is very interesting, and that is that's so sweet, dude. Especially a Venom one. Ugh, I'm jealous, fucking jealous. But here's that, John. Let me pull this up, see what you can see what you say about this. So that's clearly a silver background.
Yeah.
All right, and then you flip it, gold blaster.
Oh, wow.
So if this is an error, that would make sense. But I'm getting this and being like, oh, nice. And it said gold blaster, and I'm like, it's fucking silver.
Okay, let me take a look at mine because I have.
After this is done, can you send me some like just high definition pictures of the front and the back of that one so I can like check something?
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure if I'm wrong on that. Maybe that is the right one, but
okay. Let me see. I have a silver blaster as well.
Or we can just,
Mike.
if you have one, we can just check
Okay.
that right now.
I think mine's the bent one. So
Hold on, let me bring your screen up real quick.
okay. Now is yours gold? Because this is a gold blaster, but it looks silver too.
Yeah,
I don't know.
mine's silver. Yeah, it might just be how it is.
That's weird.
Yeah, it could be lighting or like fading over the years or something, or maybe like a different part of that is supposed to be like more gold. It could be like, just really pale gold or some shit.
It definitely looks silver now. Maybe it faded.
That I kind of was thinking that. I remember, John, you said something about certain cards, especially those 95.
How about these?
Spiderman.
Why don't we can play these later when we're done?
Yeah, there you go. Hey, that reminds me.
My spiel about how cards fade and stuff.
These
Nice.
Venom playing cards got some seriously sick ass artwork on these things.
Oh yeah, they
Pull
do.
yours up, Mike. Because there's a couple different versions. Just share the front of the box.
Man, like, how the fuck do you guys not go broke collecting Venom? Like, I can barely keep up with Silk, and like, she's nowhere near Venom's
This ain't
level.
new. This ain't
It's
new.
years and years and years, man. That's why.
That's it. God bless. Here's something right here that you were talking about with the clear cards. I'm gonna blow this up.
Baby.
Now I only have one Venom, but this was the same deal. No one gave a shit. They were probably $5 a piece. Now they're being asked a lot more money, and there's fucking parallels where the background's got a slight pink, purple hue, and they're numbered. I'm pretty sure John's got some.
I can show some of those off. I got those on the desk right here.
A couple as well.
So I don't have any symbiote ones, but
That's fine.
so they came in like a red and a purple version.
Oh, there's two different versions. Son of a bitch!
Yeah. So these had weird numbering. Basically, I think the reds are number, like, say you have a number like EX23, that would be numbered to 23 for the reds, but on the purple side it would be numbered to 20 because it would be 43 minus whatever their number is.
I'm looking for the purple of this. I've been hunting it down. The Space Venom or whatever the fuck.
It's gonna be like a $1,500 card nowadays.
Here you go, Mike.
Purple.
I got a card for you. You gotta get yourself one of these. The She Carnage card.
That's your lady, right?
Dude, didn't you get that from She Carnage like on Instagram? Like, isn't that one of her customs?
Yep.
Dude,
That's a custom
fucking
card.
sick, dude.
I do gotta get one of them.
She's one of the head admins on the Venom Facebook, and she's actually the one that invited me on there.
Really?
So she released these cards. I was like, yo, I need that.
They never liked me much. I always tried to get on that site, and they just never let me on.
The Venom
Yeah, you know how you showed off all
Venom-
those
Venom fan
carnages
page,
on the
man.
page? Like,
I'll have to
you had
look.
9 of those carnages.
I got these guys here. I got a bunch of just random characters that.
Woo. Yeah. See, I thought about maybe getting like some Spiderman ones and shit, but that's why I can afford this shit, John, is because I focus.
You
I
want to
got
see some
a
focus?
Oh, we'll see it.
Spider-Woman.
Spider Girl, hell yeah.
I got 2 buybacks, and they're the really weird. I got an Amber,
Looks like you have Clawhide.
Clawhide, and Kingpin, which I really don't care about the characters. So,
Nice.
one more. Yeah, this Adam Warlock I've been trying to sell because I just don't really care about it, and it's a golden web, gold signature.
Oh, nice.
25 of 49, but I've never found a buyer for it. So
Certain characters, it's hard to find buyers for sure. But if you got Venom or Symbiote or whatever, you're always going
and
to find
then
a buyer.
I got a whole
Oh, I'm sorry,
2
Mike.
stacks of 2 stacks of just random 90 or 2017 metal cards, just different characters.
And that's another thing too. Is I try to just get the cards of the character I want from the set and not risk buying boxes and get stuck with half a base set and a bunch of random pulls from random characters.
I love buying boxes, man, but it's so fucking expensive. I just love the Russia, of just cracking packs.
Take the risk. My character doesn't show up enough for me to do that.
Very true. But let's see what focus gets you.
You're talking about focus and everything, so let's go with focus. 1 red, 2 reds, 3 reds, 4 reds.
My God!
Wow!
Stop it! Hey, match.
Another purple, another purple, another
Those
purple.
Purples are fucking great.
And these purples are out of 20, so
that's one thing I don't understand with you guys is you guys have all these doubles, and then with me, I mean, except for the metals, like I have 1 of each, and then I move on to the next one.
Well, for me, typically I only really collect 1 character. I'm always looking for that specific character, and if I see like a certain card that I have that I know is a good one and it's dirt cheap, I buys it.
I mean, you've never just like, had like a piece of candy where you're like, oh man, that was good. I think I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, so I bought these. I was like, man, I really enjoyed that.
Well, I like having a variety.
And then I did it again.
So,
Yeah. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong screen. Pull that back up, John. Let's see that.
Let's see. This is a out of
that's fucking
225, 99, 25, and out of 10.
The Marvel Gems.
And then I just went ahead and made it twice because why not?
So why do you like Silk so much?
Initially because she was cheap, but no, actually, she's like she was like the biggest Korean Marvel character, and I was like, you know what, might as well. I actually collect all of the Korean ones, even like the small ones, like Amadeus Cho, who's like Asian Hulk that nobody likes.
So you're Korean then?
Yeah, I'm half Korean.
Right on.
Right on, brother. Now this is
Honestly,
probably
I don't even like Amadeus Cho. I hate that guy, but I collect him anyways.
This is probably a stupid question, but I don't remember distinctly if Mr. Negative has ever been labeled as Korean. But do you collect Mr. Negative?
Wait, he's Korean? What?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think he's Korean. I'm just probably being stupid, but I know he's an Asian character, and he's fucking awesome. My boy Josh is really into him, and I've seen a few Mr. Negative trading cards that are fucking sick. Do you know anything about Mr. Negative?
Just he's a Spidey villain. Like to my knowledge, he's not Korean. Like I do think he's probably Asian, but not someone I'm terribly familiar with.
The only thing I know about him is his connection to Anti-Venom. That's it.
Exactly. That's kind of the main reason I was asking, because of that, I will forever love Mr. Negative. But yeah, I just wasn't sure. I don't, pardon my ignorance, but I wasn't sure what nationality. But
this isn't a. It's not a card or nothing, but I'm gonna grab something real quick.
Well, real fast before you go, this is the Marvel Motion. It's a promo. It came in like a sealed comic book. The back's blank.
Oh,
yeah,
that's just like my '96 one, but in Kelly.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a lenticular.
That's awesome.
I thought it was a comic book that came with the Eternal Evil hologram. I'm like, hell yeah! And then I got this instead, but I'm happy with it.
You
No
know,
promo.
when I was a kid, it was funny. I went to a little, like a little comic convention kind of thing, and they had cards there. And it was 96 or 97, and they had the Ultimate Evil or whatever, Eternal Evil set, you know? And I bought it. And I didn't like the artwork for some reason. I tried to take it back, and I ended up not taking it back, and I just kept it, you know? And later on, when I got older, I'm like, man, those cards are really cool looking and dark, you know? It was such a dark set. I ended up just recently rebuying the set, and it actually came with the canvas cards, which were the canvas cards were really neat. And it was a really odd era for Spider-Man, I think, in 96, 97, when all the clone stuff and everything was going on, and Scarlet Spider and stuff. So it was pretty neat.
Go ahead. But that was one of my favorite card sets ever. John, do you know about this at all? This, I believe, came with it was some sort of Carnage promo. It's like nothing. It's another promo card. All these promos, all the promos.
Honestly, I have no clue, like, at all on that.
And they were from comics?
Yes. It was like a mail away. You would get like these little prints of like, it looked like the sketch versions of the first appearance of Carnage and all that. There was like a bunch of prints, and then this came with it too. These things have dried up. I have only seen, I think there's just one on eBay right now, and I think the guy wants 100+ for it. The old Prism.
I'll get back to you on like what those are. Probably open something out on it.
I mean, I know what they are, but I just didn't know. Maybe if you knew like a little bit of extra intel. This is taking it way back.
Nice.
Spider-Man 30th anniversary. Oh wait, those are the McFarlane, not the 30th anniversary ones.
That's awesome.
I do have the 30th anniversary. I just got the chase cards from the set. My boy Barry, who's in the chat, love you, brother. He saw them at like a little flea market type deal. He's like, "This is how much you want. You want them?" I was like, "Yep." He gave me the set.
Do you remember the box and pack art from the 30th anniversary Spider-Man set?
Yes. Where he's like swinging around with a cake. It's all, the box is all blue. Nice. Whoops, wrong screen. Keep that up, John. Oh, and that's a fucking card.
AP sketch card by Ray Racho. One of my buddies, like, he literally found out like on the day of my birthday because he saw like the notifications. Like, fuck, who's your favorite artist? And like, you know, like randomly he just like, you know, got me a Ray Racho sketch, and it ended up being this, and I fucking love it. Like, this is sick as hell. Like, airbrushed, like a lot of detail on it. And it looks exactly like those packages. It was like the perfect fucking birthday gift, man.
For a sketch card, that looks incredible. It doesn't. The sketch card game is very hit or miss, and I've been guilty of it my damn self. You can either get a beautiful card or you're going to get a fucking shitty card. I've put out some
like
shit.
This. You're talking about
sketch cards?
Anti-Venom, so it's just I don't wear white. I've only worn it a couple times, and my skin's so bad it just makes it dirty. So I got fucking shit all over my arms, so I can't wear it. But it's neat.
Yeah, fucking, I barely wear white clothes as it is myself. Let's see, we're at 1:48. I don't want to keep you guys up all night. There's a few more things I want to go over. So I feel like we touched base on everything. We pretty much brought up the sketch cards, one-touch cases, stuff like that. Mike, you should that holofoil, the holoblast, whatever.
The one you made, right?
No. The son of a bitch. The Venom one from the series that I was saying, that's one of the cards I really want. Where he's like up on the alley, he's got his tongue hanging down.
Would be the 1995 Holo Flash.
Get a one-touch for that bad boy, because that son of a bitch is approaching $300 as we speak. That's a fucking.
Let me see if I can even.
Oh, one thing that I can't believe none of us brought up that like is kind of mandatory, since it's kind of like, you know, You got all the comic guys here. You got the card guys. Why
That's
did
real
anyone bring up the actual comic cards?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
do
yeah.
I still? Damn it, clicking on the wrong thing. I'm coming back to you, John. But yes, Mike, get a
Not a
one
problem.
touch. That thing. That is a fucking beast.
What do you
All right,
mean
John.
one touch?
One of the cases you got your
Oh yeah,
the-
yeah. Okay, yeah. It's just
So-
it's been in
that-
here so long, dude. It's like I don't even know if I can take it out.
Oh, this
That
is
is
one
fucking-
thing that like a lot of modern card sets do as well. These are actual like issues of the comic. Usually, what Upper Deck will do is they'll take like some of these destroyed ones that might have like 2 good pages, and they'll like salvage what they can out of it, and then they'll like cut the comic up and put it into like these actual cards. And some of these get pretty
Which is
rare.
fucking
Some of them,
I've got something
honestly,
a little similar.
I
as
think
well.
these are a little lame because look how tiny these little cuts are. But when you get like some of the other ones, like the window does get considerably bigger. I've got like a nice Venom right there.
Nice.
That's fucking dope.
Carnage wrapping up Spidey's head.
Nice.
Oh my god, man.
Black Symbiote Spidey. Like with these comic cuts, like they're really hit or miss. Sometimes you'll get like a really nice one. Sometimes you'll get some that are just like a picture of Spidey's ass, like on top of a cop car where he's like twerking, like 75% of its text.
Check this one.
But
out.
I've gone and collected some of like just the nicest ones I can find. Like these are actually well-made comic.
Oh,
Like I absolutely love these.
Oh, that one's rad.
that's fucking dope. Is that a book or what's going on with that?
These are from Amazing Spider-Man 700 actually, but there's like a little tiny couple page mini comic in the beginning of the book, and all 4 of these are from it. So I've been kind of like hunting down as many as I can from that. Yeah, the Red Goblin card.
Yep, here's that Ricky card.
That's his first card.
A
Nice.
nice Thor
Thor.
card. Yeah.
That's
I got a little
pretty-
Thor collection going on as well. So
Oh yeah, naturally.
See, I'd be
cut
super picky with that one because it has text on the top. I'd be like, get this out of my collection.
So this is a parallel of that Marvel Masterpieces Gore card, but this is from the Deadpool series. It's like a normal. It's not super thick. It's from a completely different series, but it's the same art. I thought that was kind of unique. It's called Deadpool Bombing.
Yeah,
I think
where he went and photobombed like all the other cards and stuff.
Yeah, all the other cards. It's definitely cool. This is speaking of gas stations selling cards. I went into one a long ass time ago, and they had a box of Iron Man, the movie. And I know I was probably the only motherfucker buying all these things because I got all the pools of damn near. I did get a Black Widow. It was like a chibi style sketch card that I sold a long time ago. But I've always held on to this. But I'm willing to trade this for some sort of high tier Venom card or something like that. Or what would you value this at? The last I seen was $200. But this is an official signature of John Favreau, or however you pronounce his last name.
Oh, dude,
Marvel.
that's probably worth some good cash now, man. Because he's big shit
I would-
now with everything.
Yeah, he's top fucking dog. He's one. Him and Kevin Feige, man.
That's definitely not something I expected to see today.
Me neither. That's
Right?
rad, dude.
For a second, I
Right.
thought you were gonna pull out a Downey like auto, and I was like, "Where do you live again?"
That would have been cool. But I think this is just as fucking important because without this man, we wouldn't have no Iron Man. We wouldn't have no fucking none of this shit.
That's rad, man.
So this is like one of the bigger cards, I guess, of the collection. It just doesn't really fit in. As far as Marvel movies, I really fucking enjoy them, but it's not something that I'll be like 20 years down the line, like with my grand, like check out this card signed by this motherfucker. Like they're going to see this, they're not going to see that.
See, I've never been into movie cards, man. Like for me, it's about the artwork and whatever flair goes with it, And if it's just pictures, I just can't really get into it.
That's the thing. I bought my first pack and realized, I'm like, oh fuck, it's just movie pictures. And then I got a chase card, which was like a chrome border, and it was like old school Iron Man covers, like the actual drawings.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So I started buying them just to get those, and then I ended up getting that sketch card, and I bought the whole fucking box. It was like a month process. Here's a sketch card, Jonathan. I'd like to, or not a sketch card, just this fucking blew my mind. Upper Deck Marvel Anime, the chibi cards.
Oh yeah, the chibis. Those are sick as hell.
I've never seen one of those in person.
They have one touches specifically made for this size that I need to get. It's hard to get. It's the green, I guess, tier. I don't know. There's different levels. I love the artwork choice that they used on the back. But when this thing showed up, I was like, what in the fuck am I supposed to do with this? It doesn't fit in a normal.
You guys familiar with tobacco cards, like the old 1920s like baseball stuff? Like the Honest Wagner.
I got some anime cards too. I had this one sent home because it was rad looking. Onslaught.
Dude, the foiling on those Mega Moons is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, they're awesome, man.
Get back to that.
So, this is like the anime set. It's like a throwback to a lot of like the Japanese card sets. Like a lot of the Sailor Moon cards you'll find have like these badass foiling, like a lot of prism and like crazy, just over the top shit like that. And
I do have one of those cards. If Chronic Books is still in there, he made this for me a long time ago, years ago. Watercolor canvas sketch card. Appreciate you, bro. I don't know if you're still here, but I appreciate you. I'm trying to find this one card, and then we can move along. Real quick, since I'm here. Speaking of the canvas, this is from that Marvel Masterpieces Jusco set.
2016.
Oh, yeah.
That's so gorgeous.
They have parallels of this card. Some of them are
Is that a thick one?
Yeah, it's thick. I probably bought
two parallels of that. The Bronze Gallery, which is out of 25, but it has a bronze frame around it. And then there is the Red Gallery, which isn't even a red. It has a rainbow silver like frame around it. That's out of 25.
They're fucking sick. And they have instant value, including this card. It's kind of hard. The canvas kind of gives it that little. But this card has jumped significantly in value.
So that's a canvas, huh?
Yeah. That reminds me of the 95 Spiderman set. All right, so here's this. I've been low-key. I've been buying Black Cat cards. And I got this for really cheap off of COMC.
I think I might have that. That's rad, dude.
That is the Hyper Mosaic parallel, I think.
It's definitely one of the rarer ones. I've looked at them all, and this one's not as common.
Yeah, you have like base.
It's green.
Then you have color spiral, and then you have Hyper Mosaic, which is the one right there with the squares. And then the top ones are Mega Moon and Red Foil Auto Parallel. So there will be an auto version for everything in that set. And yeah,
they are beautiful cards. Let me show off a few non-symbiotes, because I said there was going to be some non-symbiotes in here. So this is another Marvel. What is it? The Antimatter Superior Spider-Man.
Nice.
He's another one of my favorite characters.
I really do love that antimatter stuff, or the Marvel Matter stuff. They look really neat. I have an Odin of that somewhere.
They're beautiful. There's a Carnage. Look that one up. That one's sick.
Dude, the Antimatter set was so hard to put together. I think it was like 30 cards.
Yeah,
the first 5 are easy to get. They're regular cards. And then the next like 10 are like SP, and the last 15 are like SSP, which are like almost case bowls or some shit. So putting together that entire set was absurd.
Trying to find a fucking Carnage card of that set's absurd. But this is fucking beautiful. I love that they used the original artwork from her first comic appearance cover, which is that book right there.
I think I have that, but it's on. It's still on ePack. I just gotta get it sent.
Send it, man. It's fucking beautiful. Send it.
I got a 60s store as well. I gotta get sent home.
I'm gonna put them to the side. I have a Luke Cage, I think, from the 60s or something. This just showed up today. I've been looking around for Cosmic Ghost Rider cards, and there's not a lot.
That's rad. Is that from the new set?
Definitely not.
This
That
is
is
20.
actually from last year's Marvel Annual. It's the
Yep.
Future Watch Heroes subset. On average, like on ComC, you can probably get those cards for like 15 to 50 cents each. 5 cards in the set, and they are absolutely gorgeous.
It's a
I've
beauty.
got 67 copies of the Luna Snow one. I don't know why, but I do.
Of the who?
This right here.
Exactly.
This one has slowly become one of my little prized possessions. This Marvel Divas card series is just beautiful, and the next cards I'm about to show is exactly why I say that. But let me see if we can get a good light. This is the
Emerald out of 100.
Emerald. Yep, 32 out of 100. Beautiful,
Dangerous
beautiful.
Divas too.
You know, I bet you I have a bunch of these because I bought boxes of them when I was over in Germany. So,
Well, guys, these have to be the most beautiful fucking cards I've ever seen in my fucking life. And I randomly came across these on eBay searching for other shit. And I snatched them up, found another couple and snatched them up, and I have not seen them since, and I keep looking. But the Marvel Divas
I have that.
cards.
Oh, fuck,
Ultra
man.
Seductresses. I want the Mary Jane one so bad.
I think I have 2.
I gotta talk to my ex, man, because I know that she has my binders. And I have
if
that
you've
card.
got like a double of the Mary Jane one, like I got some symbiotes to throw at you.
All right, we're about to hook it up. But this one right here.
I have that too.
Holy fucking shit. Yeah, you need to get this back. I cannot find. I've been looking for this one in particular, and I cannot find them anywhere. Scott
Don't even have
Campbell.
doubles of that shit, man.
These are some of the best fucking chase cards I've ever fucking seen. And then just to go ahead and show, yes sir, Jonathan. 2 of them.
When you preface that with some of the best cards I've ever seen, I would be like, oh god, what is this? Like amateur hour. But no, you're right. You're right. These are gorgeous ass cards. Like
They are
no disagreement.
It's one of the first cards I've ever gotten in, and literally like asked like, oh my god.
It's making me mad now because I know where mine are.
As you can tell, I've been on a black tip. So I guess this is the base or something like that. I'm not sure.
Red.
That does look like the base to me. Like I can't tell if it's the base or the color spiral, like or color whatever.
Yeah, I
basically
noticed
the exact same.
Yeah, there were several different kinds. They're all the same. They're a little bit slightly color wise, and I just seen all the ones that were the cheaper ones. I just snatched up, and I guess I got lucky with that one. So for the final subject, we're at 2 hours, 2 minutes. Go over just a few more minutes. I'm trying to find the other one, and I'm tired of digging. Let's talk about error cards and why the hell that they even happen. So going back to that, what is this, Impel? Yeah, going back to that Venom card that you had, Mike. So where are we at here?
I see.
It's an error. Fucking light.
I see.
This is not the best example. There you go. So it got off centered, but the back's normal, but the front it's all fucked up. There you go. I saw that. It's on eBay, and I was just like, I have to fucking get this. Same thing with this. I think you were watching this with me, John.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I almost actually bought that from under you, but some other stuff came up, and I had to refocus the funds.
Well, I apologize, but at the same time, God bless your soul, because this thing is fucking awesome. The fact that it's got the Spiderman mask, it just adds.
Dude,
like
I'm happy with where it ended up. Like, definitely appreciate the collection.
And then the back's kind of fucking weird.
Awesome.
I love these little oddities. There's something about these.
My God.
I think I have a silver sable.
Dude, you do not know how happy it just made me seeing the back of that fucking card right now.
All right. What's up?
Okay, so like there's been like this big issue with me where I've been wondering if the masterpieces and the golden web cards were from 2 separate sheets. Now I know that they're off the same sheet. That it's a 10x10 printed with just both of them on there instead of 2 different sheets. So now I know the configuration of like some other prototype sheets. So.
I didn't even realize that. You're correct.
Yeah.
It is the gold web, and the other one's just the standard, just chase.
You know what? This could have been like a 50-hour meeting, and it was still worth it just for me to see the back of that damn card.
Here you go, one more time. There you go, brother.
Good shit.
So this one has been with me literally since 1994. It's a little bit beat at the top, but I mean, this thing has gone through moving after house fire, after everything you can fucking think of, moving from state to state. This is an error card that has the border, the whatever the fuck that is, at the very top, and there's a few little miscolorations on the front, and then the back is dead center. And then just to fucking prove it, since it's already beat up a little bit, I don't really care. This isn't 2 cards put together. This is 1 single card.
I mean, hell, even if it was to like see the measurement marks on the edge of the sheet,
that's
it's
rad.
still pretty sick.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it since. I think I've seen something like it, online, but as far as in person, I've never seen it since. And
for
I'm
me,
dying.
most likely, I feel like when the top and the bottom of the sheet were being lined up, like it just misaligned somehow and got through, and they just started cutting it off of that. That's how that one probably ended up.
Well, I'm
like
dying
the other
to
one
know.
that's just cut in between, it was probably just, like off-centered on the cutting machine. That's pretty standard. But the one where your front and your back are off with a hologram, like, that's pretty fucking wild. Like, I'd imagine that, like, maybe the bottom layer had to, like, have shifted, like, 180 degrees before they put the top layer on. So it would, like, line up on the back but not on the front or some shit. Like, that one's kind of weird.
This is one of the only things I've noticed for at least error cards for me. You see that little line there on the side? The left side.
The dreaded PMG foil line.
Is that common, or what's the deal with that?
That's a very common thing. So basically, with the production of the sheets, wherever the 2 lines of foil have to meet, it doesn't like cause an actual texture issue if you feel the card, but it does break up like the whole lighting effect with like the refractor for all of that. It's very common. I'd put it on between 10 and 30% of all PMGs from 2017.
And speaking of that, let's go ahead and end it on this, because we talked about this, Jonathan, a long time ago, and it was one of the most fascinating things that I've learned about trading cards. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up real quick. Too many fucking cards.
Related to the comic right now.
Yeah. So if you want to go ahead and read the comic or read the comment, and go ahead and start the answer, because the
actually before I get to that, I just want to show off 2 of my error cards that I brought along just for the hell of it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So, it's all good.
Oh shit.
So this is like a standard 95 card Shriek. You guys are all familiar with her because of Maximum Carnage. Like, if you're not, then do you even really collect symbiotes? Like, what the fuck? So this is one that I pulled out of the pack. One thing you'll notice is that there's no logo at the top. Like, it has the print at the bottom with her name, but the logo in the top corner, like, is just completely missing.
And I do have a card from that exact series, just like that I've been looking for. But
now
it's
let's look for a Gambit. This one is even fucking weirder because, this is the gold foil signature version, but for some reason, it doesn't have his name at the bottom like it's supposed to. It doesn't say Team Ups, it doesn't have that webbing, and it doesn't have the logo. So all this literally has is the signature and like at the top corner where it says gold foil signature. Everything else is missing. And,
That's dope.
I bought this one to eBay, but the Shriek one I actually pulled out of the pack.
That's always a good feeling too, to like actually pull something like that from a pack.
I've never really re-looked at my cards for errors. I might have to do that.
I did not. I was putting them in a binder, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
It all started with me with that older card I just showed. I've had that forever. I still have the first ever. We're not calling it a rookie card, but I still have the first ever Venom card. Since I was a kid, like the corners are all fucking yellow and beat up. All right, this fucking thing. It's so flimsy it's giving me trouble going into this case, but here you go, Rising Crust. This is that exact card. And this one is yellow. I have one, you can see in here, it's like discolored. It's like a yellowish.
They start to turn a little fucked up.
Yeah. I have one that's a little bit not yellow, and I've been watching one that's looks brand spanking new, not a drop of yellow on it, and I've yet to pull the trigger. But John, this is yours, man. Do explain what causes this.
All right, so thank you for coming into my TED Talk. This is going to be a little while. All right, so basically what this is, in the hobby we refer to this as hulking. It doesn't really show that much on the Carnage, but what hulking is basically when you see, like, it's more prevalent in like sports PMGs and like, you know, Chrome cards and stuff, but you'll see like a Chrome or Michael Jordan or Kobe, and you'll notice that their skin is actually green. So what happens is with the way that the printing process is set up in these, and I kind of touched on this earlier when I told you like these Chrome cards are done in 3 layers. They've got the plastic layer, the foil layer, and the paper layer. So the way that the ink is printed, it's in between the acetate layer, a glue layer, and then the silver foil layer. So it's actually printed on the back of plastic inside of the card. What a lot of people are going to tell you is that humidity is a big factor in these things losing their color and fading. Those people are absolutely full of shit and have no idea what they're talking about. The card is fucking sealed, like hermetically sealed, in between foil and plastic. There's no way oxygen is getting anywhere near this damn thing. The things that can affect it, on the other hand, are UV exposure, but I've pulled cards straight out of a pack that are just green as shit and like look like I pulled the fucking Hulk, but he's just disguised as the Vulture or fucking Kraven for some reason. So I'm going to go ahead and rule out UV as well on that one too. So the last factor in this is acidity of the adhesive. And although I don't have like, 100% like true way to say, this is exactly what was doing it, the fact that the adhesive is the only constant across all of these things that actually has exposure to the pigments, and the fact that this is only an issue with like 96 and earlier, like you don't really see this issue anymore. I'm going to assume the acidity in the adhesive is what breaks them down over time, and there's just no stopping it. Like, it doesn't matter if you keep this thing hermetically sealed or whatever, you can keep it away from the light, it will end up yellowing. And the reason that it yellows is because the way that pigment decomposition works. The weakest pigment of all of them is going to be the red pigment. And what happens when you get a skin tone and you take all the red out? The ones that you're left with are blue, yellow, and black. So blue and yellow make green, thus we have hulking. Carnage doesn't really have any like blue in him. So when you take out that red, you end up with the doo-doo ass brown Carnage that yours is turning into right now. So yeah, that pretty much sums it all up. It doesn't matter what you do to your cards, it's the adhesive and the glue, so you're fucked regardless. I'm sorry for the bad news, but hey, now you know.
Well, there's a very small few that seem to have slid through the cracks that still have retained at least that Carnage. I need to get one of them solid reds because now they're going to disappear. But John, thank you so very much for the piece of it. The fact that you know exactly how these cards are put together and everything, it's always a joy talking with you about this shit, man. I always learn something. And Mike,
man, your knowledge is
it's incredible.
I've never heard anything like that before about cards. Like, for me, it's just fun. I do it for fun. I like it. But so I respect that.
Fun. I'm addicted. Also, here's what a nice, clean, full red Carnage would look like.
No problem.
I've got a tiny bit on his thumb, but other than that, but to give you some context, I went through 14 sets of these before I found a Carnage that I was happy with and a Black Cat.
Wow.
Also, Kraven gets really bad too. Like, he will turn green like all the damn time, but yeah, I've got literal stacks and stacks of these that are yellowed before I found just the one set that I was happy with.
So that brings the point what I was just saying. I feel like the solid red one that isn't hulking, it's slightly a rarity. All right, so note to self, buy that red one ASAP.
I'll keep an eye out for you. If I see it, I'll let you know.
I'm watching one for sure. So let's go
I
ahead.
don't even think it's worth buying the red one because mine that was perfect red, his thumb used to be perfect red too, and now it's slightly brown.
Yeah,
That's
it sounds
good.
like it's inevitable. Why are we going out of focus? It was doing good earlier. So we'll end the night on.
He's throwing it up, huh? Throwing up the
He's
symbiote.
throwing up with Venom. Yeah, come on. Let's get clear. Come on. Whatever the fuck. So I started collecting Garbage Pail for a little bit. I actually have a fucking stack of refractors that I'm trying to get rid of because I have no use for them. This is the only. I have this in a Wolverine spoof. They're the only ones from the entire Garbage Pail cards that I care about. What the fuck did I even do with them? Somewhere. If anybody's into that shit and they like Garbage Pail cards, hit me up. I got a shit ton of chase cards that I have no use for. Oh, here we go. Shameless plug. This is like what you were saying, John, the sports shit, the refractor.
Yep.
So they pretty much
mosaic pattern.
Yeah, they did and it says refractor on the back of all the ones that actually are refractors. But I mean,
I think since those are tops, they can actually use that branding name too, and those are pretty sick.
they sell for decent money on the bay. I just don't have the patience.
TPK is like huge.
And these are all chases. They're all hollow foil refractors. I bought packs upon packs upon packs from I think it was a Walgreens. I just went walking by one day and I seen it was like the long double pack. I'm like, I'll get one, and I got like a refractor out of it, and I was just like, I got the fucking itch. So I have no use for them. If I could somehow turn them into Venom cards, I'll be happy.
What's it called? Now that you got us kind of like getting all of your comic book friends like into cards and stuff, and they're kind of like stepping on my toes, like. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same shit. I'm buying all y'all stuff too.
Right
like, I don't care. Like, you're gonna buy my cards, I'm buying your damn comics.
Oh, did you see the Silk variant that was just released? A preview
I've
she's
seen
got, like,
all of them. Yeah, and I'm gonna be getting all the Virgin variants. Like, I'm not gonna I don't chase every single Silk book that comes out. Like, I don't care about trade dress or whatever, but any Virgin variant with the full art, like, I'm all over that.
That one that just got released, the artwork, where she's wearing the spider web suit and she's got her fingers like touching. You need that. That is a fucking banger. And if that's a ratio or like a direct to store variant, that's going to retain value. Definitely get on that.
And it doesn't matter like which one it is. I'm getting it. I don't care.
Well, it's the same thing with these cards, man. I want some of these cards, but now it's too late. They're like, fuck, dude. That's going to be one of them books.
This year, but I have the one where she's her face is exposed as well.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have it right, accessible.
Nice.
I passed on the exclusive. I'm kind of laying low with the exclusives. I've reached a point where I've got, if you minus out the exclusives and you minus out like maybe 5 or 6 high ratio variants, I got it all. So I'm not even going to start buying them. Yeah, if they're really fucking nice and a particular artist does it, I might grab them. But as far as every single one and then grid exclusive and then I'm not doing all that shit.
I missed out on that Skull Clayton Crane, man. If I would have saw
that, I seen that comment earlier, man. My fucking bad on that. My fucking bad.
I just want like 1-to-100 ratio Silk Virgin variant. Still only like $80, like 2 years later on eBay. Like, I don't care.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't need to get the comic. Yeah, LCS price.
As long as you like it, man. That's all that matters.
Yeah, and
I never thought any of my shit was going to be worth anything. I just liked it.
I could say for sure, especially going back to these, even though this isn't really them. I never would have thought, man, they were fucking pennies and pennies and pennies forever, and all of a sudden one day it's like $1,000 for a sealed box, and you already know what you're getting. There's no pops, there's no sketch cards or printing plates. You're just getting the base set and like 5 holograms. But people were paying $1,000. Like, that shit was crazy.
I felt bad for those people doing that too. Some were paying like $2, $3, $4 for like a sealed box, and then realizing that every single card in there is going to be off-centered and that they only got like $4 worth of cards and a couple holograms. Like,
Yeah, and then they turn around and they try to sell the holograms for like 5,000. Like, dude,
basically, if you guys are not familiar with the card scene at all or anything, don't look at prices listed on eBay and be like, oh my god, I gotta get this. Like, most of that stuff you were gonna see just like manipulated, complete bullshit prices. Like, you guys know how it goes in hobbies. Like, someone will pretend like a 10-cent card is $100 card. They might even buy it with a secondary account to show like sales history and stuff, and then they're going to try and sell like the rest of them for like $5-10 each because everyone thinks they're getting a deal after that. Like, be careful, do your research. If any of you guys are actually interested in like a card hobby or anything, hit me up on IG. Like, I can give advice, pricing stuff, all of that. Like, you guys are like friends with Joseph. Like, we cool too. Like, don't care, don't give a shit who you are, any of that. Just, you like cards, we're friends. Fuck it.
The amount of knowledge that you have, like somebody, there's always something to be learned, and I love that about you, man. I think it's so fucking cool. But speaking of that, this is the gold foil Magneto Advanced Comics promo. So there's a Wolverine one too. It's Jim Lee artwork. I have the Wolverine one, and back in the day, like, man, I don't need these cards. I do not need them. They're all random X-Men and just random chase cards and shit. So way back in the day, I was looking to put them on eBay or something just to get rid of them, get them to different collectors and turn them into Venom cards. And somebody had that Wolverine promo at $999,000 or best offer. And it was like, you have to be fucking kidding me, dude. Like, I'm holding, like, there is no way. There were so many of these cards. Like, we used to eat these motherfuckers as kids. There's no way this is a fucking, like...
I mean,
he has a very good point.
About $9,994.99 above what it should have been, but, their card, they can do whatever they want.
You know what I'm saying? They're the fucking masters of their own fucking destiny. But I know that shit never sold, and it was like back in 2012. Like, what the fuck? That was my first.
If somebody did buy it,
hey, God bless the seller. God bless his soul. That was my first initial, like, okay, some people on eBay don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
So John, like 3 years ago, I swear I had the same conversation with someone else just over green PMGs, and we were like, fucking $9,999. It's shit ain't gonna sell like ever. Like, I don't even care if this guy wants like $1,000. Like, that card is not $1,000. And now we're all sitting here like, man, I really wish I could pay $1,000 for a green PMG. Like, I would kill for those days. Shit.
Yep. Comics do the same thing, man. They do the same damn thing. That's one thing I do like about collectibles, and it's like icing on the cake. You love these characters, you invest all your time into it, and you just collect it. You're just along for the ride, and over the years, you amass this fucking hoard. And then when it comes down to, maybe if I want to get rid of this, how many people in their lives have like made a decent profit off of their collectibles, and they don't even realize, like, holy shit, like collectibles, I feel like are fucking recession proof. We could get nuked today, and I could probably buy some land with some of these comics tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, it's crazy. And especially now, it's so everyone is into Marvel. Everyone.
That's good for us.
So I just got into collecting because I enjoy the cards. Like, I know I have like, multiple copies of certain cards just because I'm a tiny bit of a hoarder. Like, but right now I would say that I've probably got close to my entire family's entire net worth in collections. Like, just in my collection alone. Like,
see, I come from piss poor, dirt poor ass family. And look at that. My collection is worth more than my entire fucking bloodline, except for like a few family members. But it's crazy.
No, I can with confidence say that my collection is worth more than my entire family.
It's crazy.
I just got one card worth a lot more than everything else in the room.
Well, hey, these PMGs, especially these, I'm watching these slowly climb the fucking charts. The reds are starting to catch up.
That's why I didn't. My red Venom right now, my extra, is up on eBay and it's a hefty price, but it's the lowest out of all of them. So,
Bro, if I had that money, I would buy it off you because I want it so bad. I want a red one. I have just the base, and I just got in. I got the base Carnage and the base Venom of that, and then overnight it was $80 just for the base. I'm like, whew!
I
spent
think I sold all my good PMGs like way too early, but most of them ended up with collectors, so I don't really give a shit. Like,
and that's all that matters.
I threw the money back into the hobby. Whatever I bought went back up in value too, so same difference to me.
No, if I still got it, I'll put it in my will to you. If I die, you can have it. If I still got it.
Like, well,
Like
I'll
red
do.
PMG, I got an extra one. So
You want to know what hurts?
This is Will to you, Mike.
E-Pack, I pulled the purple
Nice.
Carnage PMG.
Ooh.
I pulled a
Wow.
purple Carnage. I pulled a green Gwen. I pulled 3 blue Spidermans. Like, I just traded them all. Like, I didn't give a fuck. I traded like that first blue Spiderman. I hit it $50. Right now, it's a $10,000 card, like all day.
Well, hey, you put that out into the world, and that is why you have those 2 silk cards that are next to impossible to get. You know what I'm saying? You put good energy out into the world, it comes back. I did a couple giveaways where I didn't think anything of it at first. It was like, yeah, a whole bunch of the comics from the Donny Kate series, whatever, I'll do a giveaway. And then all of a sudden, several issues blew up, and it didn't matter. It was like, whatever, cool. I'm glad to help somebody out. And then out of fucking nowhere, I started getting offers on shit like this. And I fully believe it's from putting that good energy out there. This book, this is almost unattainable.
I have that
Unattainable. You had this?
in Germany.
Bro. Load up the fucking plane. Get the guns. We're going to Germany tonight.
How
This
much
is a
that worth?
fucking killer book. In 9.8, you're looking almost 10 grand.
What?
Yeah, 9.8. You're looking at almost 10 fucking grand. That is one of the most sought after, not only Venom variants, but Amazing Spider-Man variants. And it's a classic homage. But putting that good out into the world, if you're in the collecting world and you do good, you put good vibes out, you get them crazy fucking PMGs that you don't care about, and you trade them off to your friends or whatever, and it comes back.
I might have that here. I'm not sure, but dude, I have so much lost shit over there that it just
I feel your pain because I had one relationship where our comic collection got intertwined, and by the time it was over, all of my Black Cat, including all my J. Scott Campbell Black Cats, just walked off.
Thing is, she doesn't know what she has over there, and I know where it is. I know. I'm going to get her to send it back, and I'll pay the big money for it to get it sent back, and then I'll have it all. I'll say send the whole box back for 500 fucking euro. That's
do it. If you got that book, do it.
I will.
Mail it in.
Putting like all this good energy out in the hobby.
But I know I do have that.
Here I am going picking like random like fights with people on Facebook and shit just for no reason.
Because that came out
Right,
in like
Mike?
2011, right? That book?
2012.
2012. 11 and 12. I was in Afghanistan. I had it sent there.
And you know what? I've been meaning to say something all night. Salute, man. I respect you for that. I thank you for your sacrifices, dude.
It's just a job, man. And it was fun. So
you're just a warrior, man. You say it was fun?
it was fun.
Fun job in my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
Some of it was fun, and other parts fucking sucked, and that's why I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's whatever. But
like I said, man, salutes, man. May have respect for that. Because of you, people like me have been able to sit around and collect these things. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
because of you.
I'm
Everyone in the
glad
chat, thank Mike for that.
I'm glad we're all free, and I hope we stay that way.
You and me both. And you know what? I'll fucking fight to the death if we're not.
Good.
Anyway. Dude, I wish you luck in getting your books back. Hell yeah, dude. Look into that. If you have that book, get that motherfucker back. That is grail upon grail upon grail. But
does it look neat?
I don't know if I trust anyone to ship comics to me that like hasn't sold them before though.
Yeah, fuck.
Problem why
fuel up the plane. Dude, the problem why I never went back
is because if I went back, I was gonna kill a motherfucker. So
I would
Hey,
just,
that's good.
pay
I was
someone
in-
to
I
go
was in
pack them up
Germany.
for me. Like,
I was in Germany when I was coming back from Hungary when I got stuck over there for 2 months. And she said, "Why didn't you come over and get your stuff?" And I said, "Well, I thought about it." And I was like, "It was probably not a good idea for me to come there."
All right. And sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to avoid all that shit. You know, good as all that gonna do too anyway. It's just gonna
But
fuck
I'll
things
figure
up.
that book out. I'm gonna get it
That-
back.
That's why when that bitch ran off with all those books, granted I spent a lot of money on them. I was like, you know what? Have
Then
at
I can
it.
just sell that and keep my Venom card.
Yes, you could. Take a picture of both of them together and post them online and watch how many people fucking shoot loads in their pants. $10,000 book, $10,000 card. Good God!
man, I feel like I lucked out. Like, the worst thing I lost in a relationship was my favorite coffee grinder. Like,
I lost my
It's
fucking
tragic.
sanity, man.
Yeah, I've been there, but hey, I got it back. And you know how I got it back? Through this shit.
I got my shit back by fucking getting ripped like fucking Eddie.
Hell yeah.
unlike y'all, I'm still mad about the coffee grinder, though. Like, y'all might have gotten over it, but that was a really fucking damn nice coffee grinder, man.
Right? Hell yeah.
Well, that was
all right,
fun,
boys.
guys.
Hell yeah. We're at 2 hours and 30 minutes on the dot. I greatly respect the both of you. I greatly appreciate you taking the time to come here and talk about this shit. And I feel like we covered a lot of bases. For anyone that's definitely interested in the cards, watch this video. You know, I'm saying it at the end like a fucking idiot, but I feel like this is a good video. We've had the chat popping this whole time. Like I said, we've had people watching this whole time. Everyone that's been here from the beginning, shout out to you guys. You all are the fucking real ones. Salute, Barry. Salute.
Thanks, guys.
Fucking love you, bro. All right, dudes. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Fucking great sitting here talking with you guys, man. I definitely like the cards that we've seen, the intel that was given out. Good times, bro. But we will catch you the next time, guys. In the chat, if you're all still there, which yes you are, I'm going live again this Saturday, and then I'm going to take like a little bit of a break just to kind of recuperate and just clean up all this shit that I keep having to pull out. But we're going live this Saturday with a couple good dudes, and we are going to be discussing the super rare low print Venom books. So hope to see you guys there. I'm going to have my friend Brent come in from Comics Nirvana. He's super knowledgeable, just like John. If you ask him about a print run, he most likely knows about it. So that's going to be a fucking cool one. I'm excited to learn shit. Anytime I can learn shit in one of my own videos, I'm fucking pumped.
Well,
But-
it was an honor and privilege. Oh, excuse me. Honor and privilege to hang out with you both.
Likewise,
Thanks for
Yeah,
having
man.
me
it's
on
definitely
here.
a great time.
Likewise. We'll definitely see what how things go. Maybe we'll get a trading card part 2 episode because I know we got some more stuff to show off. I got a whole fucking book here I could show off. So
I
We'll
love
set
talking
something
Venom. So
definitely, man. And anytime if I start running low on guests in the future, I'll reach out to you, Mike, and bring you on here and we can talk some shit.
cool. Roger
But
that.
until then, we're going to go ahead and cut it. Y'all have a good night. Salute.
Stay metal.
All right. Have a
Stay
good one.
safe.